Hello, everybody.
Hi.
Fiber Spider back again with another live stream. It has been, it's been like what, maybe a month since our
2
last
months.
live stream.
It was November. It was before Thanksgiving.
It's been a while. You
Yeah.
know, was it Thanksgiving?
Yeah, it was right before Thanksgiving because I think we were going to do Black Friday and then we decided to not to.
Hmm.
So I think, let me look. It was 11/28 was the last one.
So it was
It was right after.
it was the Saturday.
Yep.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I see peeps. I see 8 peeps. 8
Yeah.
little yarnivores sitting in a row. Hi.
There we go. Now mine's waking up.
Yeah, no comments yet. Nobody in the chat yet. Not that I can see.
Well,
Um,
no, I haven't had any come up yet, and it doesn't look to be.
oh,
Oh
Princess.
no,
Hey
there we
there.
go.
Hi, Princess. Hello.
There we go.
Hello.
Now it's
Yeah.
waking up.
This and Lorene. Hello. Hope all of you are doing really well in YouTube land. Hi. You
Hi,
know what? I'm gonna pop
everybody.
the show on the stream. There we go. And I'm gonna blow this up. Boom.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Now,
cool.
now I can see Sugar
Yeah.
Diamond. Hello. And oh my goodness, it's just flying. Hello, everybody. Oh, all right. There we go. Um,
Wow,
First time
everybody's
on your
coming.
live. Well, hello. Hi. Hi, everybody.
Buddy.
Hi. Um, my goodness, everything is just flying by. Oh, thank you, Joan. I try. I do try. Hi, everybody.
Hi,
Yeah,
guys.
I'm trying something different where the chat is on the actual side of the stream. I don't know. We'll see how it works. We'll
Easier
see.
to see it that way.
Yeah, and let's
Oh, from
see.
Australia? Isn't it late in
Tony
Australia?
and CAS and Sugar Diamond member for 9 months. Thank you. Oh. Hang on.
Yeah.
Hello. Okay.
Hi.
We
Hello.
need to fix this. I need to fix this. Hang on. Let's see. Oop, there we go.
There we
Hi.
go. How we
Hey, how's it
doing?
going?
So I
Oh,
can't
I
see the
want to
stream
play in
on
the
the
giant wall.
can't see the chat on the stream, but I'll try to keep up with the people's. Hello, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing. I'm
I'm trying
doing.
I'm trying to get settled here. Sorry.
No, that's quite all right. I'm always unsettled. So, introduce yourself, good sir.
I'm William. Howie Will, and that's about me. Sorry, I'm a
And
little
he does
shy right now.
fabulous
No,
projects.
that is quite all right. Well, I mean, of course, we have the incomparable Tara in the middle. She's Jan Brady today. Um,
Hello.
and
Marsha.
Yep.
Marsha. Yes, George Glass. Yeah. He's my new boyfriend. He's super groovy.
Oh, Princess wants to know what's behind me. So what's behind me is Craig's Virus Meets Kaleidoscope Granny. I made that a couple of weeks ago. We have a lot of stuff going on with that pattern, don't we, my darling?
Yes, we
Beautiful.
do.
We have a
We
lot of things
most
going on.
certainly do. Well, because Tara is my little Edna mode,
Yes.
and Tara is okay, now I'm going to mean this in a totally complimentary way.
Oh, I know you. It's all good.
Okay, Mrs. Frisbee and the Rats of Nim, aka the Secret of Nim, Mrs. Shrew, Auntie Shrew. You've got the good temperament,
I do.
not the temperament. No,
Yep.
the good happy temperament. But like the amount of energy that you have, I don't know where you get it from. Oh,
ADHD. It's got to be ADHD.
right. And we've got Matt.
Matt's in the house.
Yo, yo.
Hello.
What's
It's
shaking,
a
baby?
party.
The rock and crocheters in the house.
It's
Yeah.
time
What's
to have
shaking?
a party.
It's a
And I'm not
party.
What are you
standing
doing?
still anymore. No,
Hello,
our
Howie.
grid
This is
killing.
nice to.
Represent, yo.
And it's
William, I'm looking at your yarn wall. I want to come play with your yarn.
That just added to it. This whole section right here.
Right?
My cousin visited from California, and he started crocheting, but it hurt his wrist too much. So he
Oh,
brought me a whole suitcase of yarn.
Wow.
go you.
Nice.
So
Lucky
right
that
ducky.
on.
was nice. And there's still some on the spare bedroom. It's all
Right?
piled on the bed. And then somebody else sent me some. I don't know if you could see the shelf there.
Oh, yeah.
Most of that came in the mail as well.
Very nice.
So I guess people found out that I crochet and they just want to donate. So
Right.
Cool.
Hey, we're always willing to give the homeless yarn a place to be.
Oh, yes.
right, exactly.
No, it always needs.
I mean, my room is like the island of misfit toys. A skein here, a skein there. Some are a little cattywampus.
Well, and I've got the bags that I've got from Hobby Lobby that aren't even. I have nowhere to put the stuff, so
Yep.
I'm not allowed to go to
Understood.
the store anymore.
Totally understood. Yeah, actually, right now, I am currently working with some of the yarn that I got recently in a Happy Mail. And it is, okay, it's tangled on my power cord. Here we go. It is Yarnsmith's Nirvana,
Right.
and it is a really gorgeous sort of tweed variegated yarn. It is gorgeousness, and it is called Cozy Fireside. And you guys know I cannot just sit and not be doing something because I'm frenetic. So I'm just doing one big old granny square. And I'm using a size 6 millimeter size J crochet hook. My lighting in here is funky. So I'm doing the best I can because, well, all right, if I put on, I changed the bulb in the lamp behind me. Brace yourselves. Is that too bright and obnoxious for you, or?
I'd say that was kind of better.
It
Because
looks
I
good.
don't want to offend your eyes, but yeah. So this is it's kind of even hard to see because it's all backlit. But so yeah, I'm just working on a little granny square. Mr. Matt, what are you working on?
I am working on a wrap. Is what I'm
With
working on.
lettuce and tomato and feta?
Exactly. Little bit of shawarma.
What's that?
You don't know what shawarma is?
No.
Like the meat on this, like the rotating stick, and they slice it off.
Oh, you mean for like a gyro or a gyro?
Gyros, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, yeah, that's usually like lamb.
Lamb and beef. No, I'm
Okay.
working. My lighting's all kind of goofed up too.
Well,
But
join the club. We have many members. Ooh,
that's what I'm working on.
Nice.
that's pretty.
Yeah, my daughter-in-law to be. We were talking to her, and she wanted a wrap, and she wanted it in kind of neutral colors.
Mm-hmm.
Which, if you know me, I don't do neutral colors.
No, I know. It's like you don't do neutral. You don't do neutral, and I don't do loud.
No.
And so this is I had started on this, and Yeah. So that's what I'm working on.
Well, that's really pretty. And
Plus, I got a
Mr.
new
William,
book.
what are you working on?
I got a new book.
I'm working on a few things right now, but I'm waiting on some knitting needles that are supposed to come tomorrow.
Ooh, what
I'm
kind?
trying to knit a sweater. I don't know if you can see
Ooh.
that,
Ooh.
Oh, right on.
but I don't
Ooh.
have big enough circular needles, so they're supposed to come tomorrow
Ah,
because I'm not very skinny. But this is recycled yarn, anyways. So I'm working on that. It's the same yarn I used to make these two hats with. But it was a
Oh.
shower curtain that I took apart.
oh.
But
I see
that's it.
Panda is in the chat lurking somewhere. Hello, Mr. Panda. Hello.
Hi, Panda.
So wait, it was a crocheted shower curtain? Or what?
Yes, I crocheted a lacy shower curtain because
Ooh.
I use clear shower curtains
Uh-huh.
because it's for the light. It makes the room look bigger.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't like something to cover it all the way. So I crocheted a shower curtain.
Oh,
And I used it when I was in Florida, but it's been in a box for 5 years. So I just took it apart and started using the yarn.
good for you.
Give it a
Repurposing
new
is
life.
always a good thing.
Yep.
That's cool. I've seen people take, like, they go to thrift stores and they buy knitted sweaters, and then they dismantle the
Them.
sweaters for the yarn, and then they reuse that for their own projects. See, that would be great in like yesteryear when thrift stores were thrifty. Now
Oh, they're not.
they're
Oh,
not. They don't really live up to their namesake so
no.
much.
'Cause I went into one today and they
Linda,
had.
actually, I didn't try getting in touch with Gary because we were running late as it is. But maybe on the next time. You know, this was kind of impromptu.
Yes.
Um, you know, like I had a feeling that I wanted to do this live like maybe like a day in advance.
Yep.
And my panel were gracious enough to join me. And we've got a lurking Panda and possibly a lurking Michael out there. And Russ, unfortunately, he's busy working and you know, things and stuff. But yeah, this was kind of last minute, kind of impromptu. So you know, we do what we do, right? Right.
That's all right. You've
Um,
gotten used to your squirrel-like reflexes. It's all good.
yeah, except the thing is that my squirrel-like reflexes, I'm very bad at judging the gap between tree branches. And it's like that really great sequence from The Sword in the Stone, the old Disney movie,
Yep.
um, where what was his name? Not Wart, Arthur Wart. Was it Arthur?
Who's it? I think it was Arthur. I think.
I think it was, well, because he became King Arthur at the end. So yeah, I want to
Yeah.
say Arthur, but everybody just calls me Wart. When he was turned into a squirrel by Merlin, I loved that movie. You know, Hickatus, Pickatus, Pocatus Poo, you know, or whatever he said, you know.
Right.
Um, Hello, Flippin' Lids. And then of course there was the Madam Mim, and their Wizards War, and what was it? Archimedes the Owl. I loved that movie. They don't make them
Yeah.
like they used to.
They really don't. Not anymore.
No, they really don't. I mean, because that was like scratchy, old school, hand drawn animation, you know, where
Mm-hmm.
you could see the lines, you know, right up there with Robin Hood or Bedknobs and Broomsticks, you
I
know.
remember that was one of my favorites.
Nope.
Well, did you ever read the book?
No.
No.
Oh God. I don't know if I
Uh-uh.
think I might have talked about this on a previous stream, but no, Bedknobs and Broomsticks was dark.
Really?
Yeah, well, because there was no Naboom Boom Lagoon with the animated animals doing their thing. Oh no. They traveled through time
Yeah.
and they ended up back in the past, and the woman who, what was it, Miss Price, who was
Yeah.
the witch, she got burnt at the stake.
Oh.
And she was saved. She didn't perish. But yeah, no, she was tied to a stake because she was a witch, and they tried to dispose of her. And this is a children's book.
Ugh, it's like reading some of the fairy tales that they had for kids. It's like, yeah, if only we knew the real story behind them.
The Brothers Grimm, I mean, those were like cautionary tales. It's like, do this or else, heed my warnings or else, you'll be sorry, kiddos. Who's Whatskis? Actually, I really haven't been watching much in the way of movies. I've been watching a lot of YouTube lately. You know what? And everybody, no spoilers in the chat or the comments, please. I watched like the first installment of the season 5 of Stranger Things that came out on Thanksgiving, but I never watched the Christmas or the New Year's. So that I'm going to be working on at some point. I mean, I heard it was really good, but I'm kind of the dead weight where I work, because some of my coworkers, they've seen it and they're like having to speak in hushed tones to each other while I'm around. Lorene wants to know, is that Paco she hears?
Yeah, Paco's, anytime we go on, or either one of us go on, Paco gets all bent out of shape.
I had to
Our
give
little
mine
whiny burrito?
peanut butter treats. They finally fell asleep.
And how are your dogs doing? They good?
They're doing all right. Yeah.
Oh, good. Sleeping like babes.
They're looking comfy.
Yeah. The 14-year-old is on 2 different pain meds now, so she's doing a lot better with that.
Oh, good.
And say she looks nice and comfortable.
Yeah, she's all drugged up.
Right. Hey, if it works.
Hey, she can't run like she used to, but she's able to get up and stuff, and she never used to be able to do that. So.
Oh, that's good.
Good. Because I know that was a major point of concern for a while.
Yeah,
Right.
Paco was like 13, and as soon as he hears the crinkling of a bag
Oh
in
yeah.
the kitchen,
Yep.
a steel door wouldn't stop him, because he's like on the run,
like a little piranha.
Yeah,
that's
right.
like my dogs in the morning when I'm making my son his lunch to go to work, and they hear that cheese package open up, they come running for that cheese tax every time.
Yep. They know every wrapper sound, my car key sound. They know when I put different clothes on. Everything.
Oh yeah.
They're really smart. People don't give animals enough credit.
Oh no, definitely not.
They're in tune with every language in their home.
So
Is that Rebecca I hear?
yeah, she's across because we're at our work table, and she's on the other side of our work table.
Hi, Beckers.
How you doing, Greg? Hello, everyone.
I'm doing good. Whatchamacallit? Yeah, just doing my thing, So I did want to briefly address the elephant in the room that's not in the room.
Why are you calling me an elephant?
No, shut your pie hole.
Well, he called me a whale.
She did not.
Now children behave.
Bite your tongue.
So I was also working on a tank top, and look how wide this thing is.
Okay, but all right, but do you want
I made it a little too big.
Well, no, because the thing is, drape is good.
Yep.
You don't want it to be skin tight. you know. There's my Beckers. Oh, it's a little Paco. Hello,
I have a hat on.
hello, hello. Oh, wait, is that a minion hat?
This is a hat that a Virgin made for Matt, and I'm wearing it today because my hands are really cold today, and so my doctor told me wear a hat.
It
Because
makes me think of a minion.
Yeah.
Paco.
I like minions.
Yes, everybody
It's
likes
really
minions.
cute, huh?
They're
You
like
that?
tater tots from hell.
Mhm.
Yes.
She did really good.
Indeed.
Mhm.
Yeah, so I wanted to address something real quick to everybody in chat. Whatchamacallit, I had to delete one of my previous videos. It was the one where I did a happy mail where I unboxed Russ's present, and it was so sweet. And I introduced Nick. Well, Nick's not with us anymore. He's still alive. He's just not with us anymore. I was given the pink slip, and so he will not be on any future videos. Now, I want to thank everybody for the really, really nice, warm, and supportive comments that were on that video, and I'm sorry that I had to delete it, but in good conscience, I had to delete the video. And that's essentially it. I don't want to get into any, sordid details or anything like that. I'm okay, you know. I as Elton John said, I'm still standing. Yeah. So we're essentially going to leave it at that. But I did want to address that in case if any of you were wondering or curious, like, okay, we saw him once. Now where is he? Well, there you go. So it's quite all right, everybody. It's not the first time, and it probably won't be the last time either that that sort of thing happens, because that's part of the pageant of life, you know. Um, and whatchamacallit, when I did my happy mail that I posted this past Tuesday, a number of you apparently noticed something was off. Well, I didn't know quite what was off, but I knew that something was on the horizon. I just didn't know what. And that's why I was sort of like, meh, when I did that video. I tried to just forge ahead and do my happy mail as I normally do. But some of you left comments like, yeah, you seem like something is off. And I really appreciate the warm and fuzzy comments that you guys left on that video. But yeah, I just wanted to briefly touch upon that and address that, without going into too much detail. But yeah, that way you're not wondering like, okay, where'd he go? Well, that's where he went. So, but it's okay, everybody. I appreciate it.
That's all right. Well, do you want to tell them some of our good news that we have going on?
Well, I just went on a whole long spiel. How about you go for it?
Well, we have a lot happening. One has to do with the blanket that's behind me, and I'm actually working on something right now. And if you notice, it's very similar to what's behind me. But
could you please hold it up closer to the camera, my dear?
All right, let me hold it up.
Thank you.
I'm working on it in string, but the reason I'm working on this is a test. Now, what could we potentially be testing? But written patterns.
Nice.
And Craig and I have been working together the last couple of months, hashing back and forth. And I've made most of them, and you guys all know when you're making this stuff at home, what do? Write down out all the steps to make it easier. And one of the things that I noticed with the Facebook group, the one thing that you guys are always asking for is written patterns. Can I get a written pattern? So we're working on your written patterns. We have group experts that are being a huge help with the Facebook group, and they are actually actively doing testing for us. Granny versus meets Kaleidoscope is one that should be coming out hopefully very soon. We have the Easy Ribbed hat coming up, Corded Shells hat coming up, the Chisel Stitch hat, and Waffle. We've got a whole long list of things that will be coming up in the near future. So hopefully soon you will see that.
Well,
It's been a full work in progress.
So yeah, Tara has been working like gangbusters. And again, I don't know where she gets her energy. She must drive her husband and son's batty with the amount of energy she has. I don't know how she does it. And I appreciate it more than she could ever know. And so, yeah, so she's been working on writing out the patterns and giving them to other people in Facebook to test. And then I've been looking at the essentially final drafts and then going over them myself and then working on writing, not writing, but making up the project based off of the pattern. Because if I go based off of my video, I already know what it's going to be, but based on the pattern, that's why testing is very important. So just the other day, I finished, this is the Chisel Stitch hat.
Ooh, you finished it.
Yes, I did.
That's cool.
Oh, that came out awesome.
Oh, nice.
Well, you wrote the pattern. I mean, I did the tutorial, you wrote the pattern, and I was just following your instructions.
Sexy guy in New York wrote it. He's phenomenal. Phenomenal.
Oh, shut your face. And so, yeah, this was the Chisel Stitch. And then there was also the Easy Ribbed.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Thank you. And then also there was the Waffle. I think that was no, actually, I didn't think I went over that one yet, but I did go over those two, the Chisel and the Ribbed.
Yeah, I like
And
that
so
one.
Yeah.
I've been going.
Yeah.
With that,
Nope. Keep going.
Matt.
Oh no, I was like, wow, it's nice. Both of those
Oh.
hats I like.
Thank you. I'm sorry. I thought you wanted to say something. I'm sorry.
No.
So yeah, I've been going over the pattern, like, doing the hat as I read the pattern, making sure that, I get my little spider stamp of approval on there. And there have been some very, very, very minor tweaks. And then, I send them back to Tara, and she's phenomenal. Seriously. She's very, very, very phenomenal, and I appreciate it ever so much, because writing patterns, to me, it's a thing, but it's not a thing that I rejoice in.
Yeah.
But Tara's really good at it.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I
Thank you,
learned
Jen.
a
No.
lot. I learned a lot doing it. I understand why you haven't written most of them now that I am
Yeah.
writing them. If people decide that they want to attempt to write a pattern, I highly recommend stick with Easy Ribbed hat, basic stuff. Don't try that the second shot out, which is what I did, and it's done. It's done. It's like 8 pages typed, but it's done.
So basically, after I'm done, testing it myself, then going through the process of then, doing the Etsy listing. And then for those of you that are interested in getting a written pattern, I will put a link to the written pattern on that tutorial video in the description box. So, I mean, we're getting there. We are making efforts. It is very much a collaborative effort, and we are making efforts. And I, wanted to let you guys know that it is a thing. It's a slow process, but it is a thing.
We're doing it.
We are trying.
Yeah, we will get it done. And
Yeah,
I will
we're working
take,
on it.
when Craig posts them onto the Etsy, some of you guys know that we have added a lot of his projects over to Ravelry. I discovered by mistake one day that he had 13 patterns over there and said, "Oh, did you put those?" And he said, "I didn't put those over there." And we found out pretty much anybody can put patterns onto Ravelry. So we expanded. I thought it was better to have somebody within his inner web team get them up on the page as opposed to anybody putting them on the page. So
Right.
we went from 13 originals that were on Ravelry. We now have, as of today, 275. And
Holy
you can
moly.
go into
You've been
Ravelry.
busy.
Yeah, it's Edna's fault. It's not me.
Yes.
It's all Edna. It is absolutely all Edna. But what you
Oh,
can do
Matt,
is you can,
Helen wants to see your work, please.
yep.
Let me see if this helps any.
But as soon as we get everything onto Etsy, then we'll put a link over in Ravelry so you guys can get to it over there too. Because I think as much accessibility as we can get to his stuff, the better it is. So that's what we're working for.
Well, I thank you for that. And Matt, that is gorgeous.
What yarn is that, Matt?
It's I Love This Yarn.
Oh,
Well, that
It's,
yarn is loving you.
It's called Fuzzy Slippers.
I'm gonna go look at that. I need to make a trip to Hobby Lobby. Fuzzy slippers?
Yeah, it's this is like the smaller skein. Yep. They were on sale. I'm gonna say
30% off.
Yeah, it's 30% off.
Yeah,
so
so they usually
252 yards.
All right, cool. I'll have to go to see what Friday.
The name makes me think of a melody. Fuzzy slippers in the den. Fuzzy slippers.
Tiny bubbles.
Let's wear them again. Exactly,
See,
tiny bubbles. You got it.
I was thinking Don Ho.
Right? See, and I heard that, and all I could think about was your slipper tutorial, and I could write a pattern with that yarn because it has slipper in it.
Well, who sang Tiny Bubbles?
Don Ho.
It was okay, but yeah, Fuzzy Slippers. I'm like, Tiny Bubbles, Fuzzy Slippers. You know.
Nope.
Such pretty work.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm just going on autopilot with my granny. You know, I mean, this is some really nice yarn. You know, the Nirvana by Yarnsmiths, and I'm trying to do a knitted blanket with the other yarn that I got. I only knit one row thus far. And I have no idea if I'm going to have enough because it's going to be a blanket, but this will give you some sort of an idea. Now, I decided to pair the yarn to make it a little bit more beefy, a little bit more robust. So the other yarn is James C. Brett Emotions. It's a double knitting yarn.
Beautiful.
And it is a gorgeous colorway, and it is called Interest. Interest is the emotion. And so I decided to pair this yarn with this yarn, Red Heart Super Saver, in the colorway of Buff, because they both, I mean, this is a nice neutral. It's not too light, it's not too dark. Yeah. And by bulking it up, by holding the two strands together, I decided to break out the big guns, and I'm using size 15 needle, which is 10 millimeters. And so I cast on 217 stitches.
Oh my gosh.
I'm going to be doing a simple garter stitch chevron. That's the idea. So with the buff, that's going to be a consistent color throughout, and then the color change yarn is going to provide us with the little ripples. That's the plan. I could change my mind, but that's the going plan. And the ripples themselves are about 7 inches wide, and so I did 9 of them. So it's going to be about 63-ish inches in width. Now I don't know if I'm going to have enough for the length, so I might need to order some more. Um, the Red Heart, that's easy to find, but the James C. Brett, that's a little bit trickier to find. So maybe I can find that. I think I saw an Etsy listing. I don't know. We'll see what happens. But hopefully I can get by with the 4, but I'm probably going to need more. If it comes to that, it's fine. You know, I will live. But yeah, I kind of want to do a knitted chevron blanket. I'm kind of in the mood to do that.
So how long are those needles?
Well,
Like you
actually,
just showed?
it's 2 cords joined together. These are my chiaogus. So holding them straight here, taut. So that's from there to there.
Wow.
Like 60 inches or?
Could I don't know about 60, because that would be like 6 feet, right?
5.
Don't ask.
5 feet.
Don't make me
Yeah.
lie. 5 feet.
Well, I mean, like my arms are like my hands are holding the needles right now.
Okay, that's nice.
So, whoops, and this will flesh out more because the stitches are very like compacted together. So it
Yes.
will have some good width to it, definitely.
Nice.
But yeah, with the chiaogus, you can take 2 cords and then with a little connector join the cords together, which is one of the reasons why I really, really love the chiaogus, that you can join the cords together and make longer cords. It's one of the many, many reasons why I absolutely love these needles. That, and also they're just very easy to work with, and also the cords, they don't kink up and have muscle memory to them. Thank you, Flippin' Lids. About 5 feet in width. Yeah, like some of the cords for circular knitting needles, when you pack them like in a coil and then you take them
Mhm.
out, it's like working with a spring. It's awful.
Right.
I did have that experience working with the Clover Takumis. The cords are sort of like a nylon plastic type fiber, sort of translucent, and the needles are great. They're bamboo. Hi, Robin. The needles themselves are great. They're bamboo. They're really nice to work with. But the cords were always a nightmare. Same issue I had with the Addies with the cords. And then I think it might have been Russ. I think Russ is the guilty party. Russ, I think it was him that turned me on to the chiaogus, and I've never looked back. Love the chiaogus.
Well, I
Craig,
should have talked
Helen
to
has
you.
a question for you. She said, Craig, I am planning for your birthday. Do you like rainbow colored things?
I'm sorry, who said this? You got.
Helen has a question. She said,
Oh, is it
Craig,
Vivek?
yep, she wants to know, I'm planning for your birthday. Do you like rainbow colored things?
Well, I appreciate everything, but I'm not a huge rainbow fan, to be perfectly honest. I mean, like I do have an affinity for rainbows because, gay pride, yay. However, my color palette is much more muted. I have my pride inside. As far as like color palette though, I love earth tones, anything autumnal, earthy, that sort of thing, very natural colors. I mean, granted, yes, you could say that the colors of the rainbow are natural because they exist within prisms, and that's natural, but I'm much more of a mellow earth tone kind of guy. That's just me. But I mean, whatever it is, it's totally appreciated because you guys know perfectly well that I expect nothing and I appreciate everything. But if you're asking, then I would say more muted. Definitely more muted.
Mhm.
You know, my personality is audacious enough. I don't do the peacock thing with my garments and things. You know, I mean, like this is very muted, and I absolutely love this. You know, it's very chill, it's very subdued, and I'm loving this because it's a gorgeous tweed. You know, much more on the muted scale. But thank you for the question. Billy, you were going to say something?
It escaped my mind.
Sorry. Sorry.
It's all good.
You know,
Oh,
it was a
and
squirrel moment.
And
Right.
a comment on the blanket behind Tara.
Yep.
It's a fun blanket to make.
It is so much fun and it's easy. And the best part is pretty soon you'll be able to read a pattern for it.
Well, I mean, there is a learning curve.
There is.
There's definitely a learning curve, but like with most patterns, once you get over the hump, it's really not that bad. You know, you got to stick with it. You know, like all patterns. You know, like sometimes it's like, yes, it's a X number repeat. Well, yeah, but like once you get used to how that's going, you know, it's not that bad.
Nope. Yeah, and that one, especially if you've done virus before, then you'll breeze right through it. It's an easy one to do, and it's fun.
Yeah,
Really, have you done the virus?
Before I tackled the blanket, I actually had done like 3-4 of the virus shawls.
Yep.
So the blanket, it was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed it.
Have you done the virus, Billy?
I did a virus in a crib size blanket and size 4 thread.
Wow.
So it started small. It was going to be like a receiving blanket, and then they asked for a crib size. So I kept having to order more and more thread.
Oh yeah.
But it turned out gorgeous.
You said it was a 4 weight of thread? You mean like crochet cotton?
Yeah, like I mean a 3. This
So a
stuff
3
here.
weight of yarn? Oh wow.
Yes.
Oh,
wow.
right. I haven't tried that yet.
I've actually started a one of your skull shawls in a size 10.
Oh, how's it coming out?
It's slow.
Well, you know what, good sir, I give you a lot of credit working on such a fine scale.
Yeah.
Please tell me that you got ergonomic grips for those hooks.
Yeah, they're this kind of hook here.
Oh, there you go.
Thank God. Thank God, because I've worked with thread hooks before, and those hurt my hands so badly.
But I did take a couple of the regular metal ones, and I took sticks out of the yard and drilled holes in them. So because I need,
that's a good idea.
Yeah, I'll grab one if you got a second.
Yeah.
And,
don't mind my backdrop.
I took one of those thread needles to the finger.
My fault.
Oh.
Rebecca had gotten a set of them.
Yeah.
Like we got it at a garage sale or
I like
estate sale or something. And she had a whole set of them in our car in the glove box. Well, when she took them out, I guess there was one bouncing around in the bottom.
Yeah.
And I went to reach in, and it actually, I mean, I've been stuck by fish hooks, and it was like that. It was like, and it was.
Well, that's because the hook, it's almost like a little barb.
And it was hanging off of my finger.
Oh.
And I'm like, babe, look.
Oh, that's awful.
Oh,
That's awful. I'm
So
sorry.
that's my story with those thread crochet hooks.
Well, this,
Oh,
this is about
I'm
as small as I
sorry.
go.
yeah, that's to say, ready to move over to Chunky, huh? Oh,
That's
And
really
that's
cool.
and that's a stick from the yard from the tulip tree.
That's so
And then
cool.
That's cool.
and this is just a wooden dowel. So I
Oh, what a
tried
good
without
idea.
it, and the needles are so small. But once I got a handle that I liked, it's phenomenal.
Oh,
That
yeah.
It
is
makes
awesome.
it makes it so much easier. So this
That's
is the
why.
little
Oh, that's
shawl,
gorgeous, dude.
Oh, I love
and I
it.
think this is in size 10.
I like this.
Size
Wow.
10.
Uh,
But I ball it up. I don't leave it. I don't leave it on the spool.
right.
Mhm.
So I
That
just
is
started it.
awesome.
So it's going to be a while.
Well, even
Yeah.
no, dude, seriously, I give you ample
you
amounts
do
of
an
credit.
awesome job.
Yep. And I say it'll be totally worth it. I did one of those in a size 1, and it was just stunning. The fabric that it makes is just, it's worth all of that extra effort.
Definitely.
Hi, Millie
Definitely.
Millers.
I love lace.
So for anybody watching that they can't ever find the right crochet hooks, they can always make their own.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, actually, I remember
Just
somebody had made out of sticks. They actually carved them, and they sent me a set, and they were sticks, but they were carved. Like the hooks were carved into the tips of them, and they were
right.
absolutely phenomenal. And I do have those in my living room, actually.
Well, I made a couple of cable needles because I'm learning how to do the cable, the Celtic
Right.
Oh,
for
Ooh,
right, right,
knitting.
right.
Oh,
ooh, I
wrong
like
side.
that.
That's I
Beautiful.
So
wow.
I used sticks from my bean plant because I
Wow.
didn't have cable needles and
Right.
they kept falling off the other double pointed needles. So I just got a stick and made the end pointed.
Oh,
Wow, what a good idea.
So
such
it
a
helps.
crafty booger.
Right?
Well, we didn't
That's
grow
really
up with
cool.
much, so
You
we
don't have
learned
to
how
grow
to
up with much, but you know what?
improvise.
You
We learned
have
how to
ingenuity, and
improvise.
yeah, necessity is the mother of invention, and go you. That's great.
And
No, that's
I
and
love
also I
the,
give you a lot of credit for doing such a beautiful bit of cable work there because that's
yeah,
something that scares the stuff out of me.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, it's not very easy, but I'm getting the hang of it. So
Oh,
Yeah,
that's absolutely stunning.
it
That's
is.
beautiful.
The only thing I would recommend if you don't have one in there already, use a lifeline.
Uh,
yeah, I don't have one in there,
Oh,
but
put one in, honey bunny, put one in because cables, like fixing the mistake on cables. Oh, it
Oh,
makes
that's
me die
beautiful.
inside at the thought of it. Please put a lifeline in there.
I'll have to undo the whole thing.
Please put a lifeline in there. I don't want to see all that gorgeous work gone to, like I am not wishing any mistakes on you at all. Blessings, Pax Vobiscum upon you. But please put a lifeline in there.
yeah.
Oh, trust me, I make a lot of mistakes. Oh,
Join the
thank you
club.
to
I do too.
Sugar
So that's
Diamond.
why with knitting projects, I always suggest like if it's a really wide width where you've got like a lot of stitches, or if it's a very complicated pattern, put in a lifeline.
Mm-hmm.
Just take some of that crochet thread and run it through there, leave the tails sticking out on either side, and just keep knitting for a couple of inches,
Right,
and then scooch it on up, please.
right. I'll have to
Now,
learn to do that.
so
I
I
did do a video
myself,
on that, if you don't already know, but it's very easy and it'll save you so much heartache because if you put the lifeline in
Okay.
and then you keep knitting, and then if you make a mistake, you can rip back to the lifeline and all of those stitches are held on that strand.
no,
There's a question for you on there.
Yep,
So a
that's what I was
lifeline,
going to say.
okay.
If they want to know what
I'll
it
be right
is.
back.
All right. So basically, when you're doing some knitting, okay, I cannot stress this enough. A lifeline is its namesake. Basically, so you're knitting a project, then what you do is you take a strand of yarn, preferably a little bit thinner, so that it doesn't distort your piece, and you take that yarn and with a needle, you thread it through all of the stitches on your knitting needles. And so you have the stitches on your knitting needles, and then you have this, separate cord, this lifeline going through all of those stitches. And then you have one end on one edge of your project, the other end is on the other edge of your project, and you don't do anything with those ends. You just let them hang down at the side, and so you have that bit of cordage going through all those stitches. Then proceed to knit your project as normal, and leave that strand in there, and you just keep knitting. And then if, God forbid, something bad happens and you make a mistake that you can't seem to fix, then you could take out your needles and then rip out your work back to that lifeline. And the lifeline is going through all those stitches. So when you rip back and frog back to the lifeline, it's not going to rip back any further. And so that way, if you do make a mistake, you're only ripping back to your lifeline. You're not having to rip back to square one. So as you are knitting, keep moving your lifeline up, like do a couple of inches of knitting, then move the lifeline up, then do a couple of inches of knitting and move the lifeline up. That way you have insurance. Okay. Yep. Like you wouldn't go skydiving without a parachute, right? No. Well, I can't recommend the technique enough to anybody, whether you are a beginner or if you are advanced. I strongly recommend use a lifeline, because life has a funny way of happening. Mistakes, they happen. With crocheting, it's not that bad, because frogging stuff in crochet, okay, but knitting, it can be a lot trickier. And I can't recommend it enough, seriously.
Right. So,
and Craig, here's the bad boys that got me.
Oh no.
Those look like lock picks.
That'll do it.
That'll do it.
That'll definitely do it.
These
I think those are heroes.
Oh.
That would hurt.
It did hurt. Yeah. I got one. I reached into the glove box, and one of these was actually in the glove box, and it it was not a good time. It got me.
So this is the cable needle that I told you.
Oh, that's awesome.
That's from my bean plant.
That's really awesome.
Wow.
You know what would be really cool? Are you into wood burning at all?
I do have a wood burner, but I just use it to melt my candle wax. When the candle gets down and the wax sides are too high up, I use it to melt the candle wax.
Because I'm just thinking that with your craftiness, if you did some more of those branch, twig, stick, whatever the term, do that, and then you could wood burn some designs in there.
Right.
You could make a killing.
This is a palm tree. The seeds that come out of the palm tree. You cut them off when they
That's really cool.
Then they're real spiky, and then you just grind off all the spikes. So that's because I crochet like this. I don't crochet like this. I crochet like this.
Right. So you've got like a knife grip.
Right.
I'm serious. Like if you went into making some of those handles and then maybe did some, carved or wood burn designs into them, I'm telling you, they would sell.
Mm-hmm.
If you were interested in doing that, like putting them up on Etsy or whatever, they would sell. You do beautiful work.
Right.
I'm telling on you. You know, I don't know if that's something that you're interested in doing, but that's something I would buy.
Oh, I would.
Okay.
I love having.
Lorene wants to know if you have a channel.
I do, but there's no crochet on it yet. It's just about 5 years ago, I put a couple of food videos. So it's not worth watching.
It's what?
Well, you're worth having around. We like having you on here.
And
You do such
Thank you.
gorgeous work.
Oh,
to
I
add
know.
on to Craig's about the lifelines,
Yep.
Yes.
on what I've done with is, instead of just running a line, like a piece of yarn through there, if you have like extra, like I have extra sets of the connectors for my chagus, and they have the end plugs.
Mhm.
So on the larger yarn, you can use that cord and put the plugs on there. So all you have to do when you rip back is just put your needles on and go, instead of having to re-thread it through.
That's an excellent idea.
You thread your needles through along the lifeline.
That's excellent.
Also, there are a lot of knitting needles, like the Chow Goose have this, where there's a tiny little hole that's actually used. You put a key in the hole, and then it helps you tighten the connection.
Yep,
Now you
I
can
saw
put a thread through that hole, and as you're knitting, that thread will go through all of your stitches as well. And then you just take it out of the hole and then do that. Another thing you can do is, instead of having just the ends hanging down at the bottom, if you have a really long bit of a lifeline cord, you can tie the two ends together. That way they're not going anywhere, and you just keep knitting. It depends on how secure you want it to be. But yeah, Billy, seriously, I'm telling you.
I think the ones I ordered have a key, but they'll be here tomorrow night. So I don't know what brand they are, but.
Well, using a lifeline is a lifesaver, but also I'm going to harp on that with those crochet handles. Those are gorgeous.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I appreciate it.
Well, you're abundantly welcome, because they are gorgeous. I used a similar trick years ago, nothing compared to yours. What I did was, because I had it was the Boy brand crochet hooks, the aluminum ones, and I think it was a size F I was using, and it was really bothering my hand, because it's just the straight hook. So what I did was I took a whole bunch of scrap polymer clay, and I created a handle with the polymer clay, and then I baked that, and it worked out really, really well. Actually,
right. I did one.
I mean, the ideas for that are endless. I mean, you could use anything.
I found it.
I did one.
There you go.
So it's just polymer clay.
Nice.
And I didn't carve the size into the clay, but yeah, it's just scrap clay that I had, and that way it was a lot less difficult, and this is solid.
Right. I think I did one with tape.
There you go.
There you go.
But I live in remote areas, so we don't always have everything available to us. I mean,
true.
The nearest Sprouts store is 3 hours away.
Oof.
So, I mean, we have Kroger's and Walmart and stuff like that, but the shelves are always out of stuff. So it's like if you want anything, you got to really either order it or figure it out yourself.
Well, you are very crafty and resourceful.
Yeah.
And I love that.
Yeah, those hooks are cool.
I was say the wooden
Appreciate
ones, those are just beautiful.
Thank you. Yeah, I couldn't believe I just took a stick out of the yard, and I've been using it for 4.5 years now.
Wow.
It's seasoned.
Nope.
I'm surprised the bark lasted that long on it.
Yeah.
I think that's awesome. I do. And of course, also, if you were inclined to, and Flippin' Lids says that they love your ingenuity, and so do I. You
Oh,
could,
thank
you
you.
know, use sanding, you could do some varnish, some wood burning, or you could leave them au naturel and have their own rustic, warm charm to them. I mean, there's a lot that you can do.
Yeah, no, I like
And
those.
I totally encourage you to keep going with that because, you know, that is something that I know I appreciate, and I'm sure that a lot of people out there do as well, because that's, that's not something that you can find at Michael's. Okay.
Mhm.
Right.
That's cool.
Yeah, and
And
especially if you get older and you get arthritis in the hands, those bigger hooks are a lot easier to work with.
oh yeah,
Yeah,
or if you go on stitching jags for 5-7 hours at a time, you know it the ergonomic makes a huge difference.
Yeah.
Big, 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 big time.
no,
Yeah,
So
I know these do.
Rio 7
is that
says
a
fiber
pearl?
spider.
Yeah.
You are the Mr.
Yep,
Rogers
I
of
used to run
crochet.
those.
Oh,
The Furls wood.
Yep.
that's nice too.
Yeah, I used to have those, and I had the Odysseys, and they were
Nice.
nice, but I used to like to do a lot of puffs and popcorns, and I found that they were really hard to do popcorns and that type of stitching because they thicken up quicker than a regular hook does.
Yeah, the taper is very extreme.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is. It is.
Like with these, I understand what you're talking about exactly, because if you
Yeah.
want to hold like 7 or 8 loops on your hook, it's like, yeah, no, it's
yeah.
not quite happening. But I love these hooks though.
Yep. Yep. Yeah,
Yeah,
and
the
those are
two
great. Your
the two I
regular.
tend
Mhm.
ladies first.
No, go ahead.
The two I tend to use are these.
They look
Nice.
edible.
Yeah, these are the dots.
Who's got the bird? Tara, do you got a bird?
Oh, I have 3 of them.
Sorry,
She got
I didn't mean to
birds.
change the subject.
Yeah. Oh no, that's right. I have an African gray Mookie who that's probably the one. Yeah, that's Mookie that's squawking. We have a
Oh,
yellow night parrot and
you're
then a
welcome,
cockatoo.
Alexis.
Yep. So yeah, no, they're just making noise.
They're burbs. That's what they do.
Yep, they're just having fun. They're
The
saying,
bird
"Why's
is
Vicky
mom?"
said
calling.
hi, Matt.
Huh?
Vicky says hi, Matt.
Oh, what's up, Vicky?
So is everybody getting this storm? Are we all ready?
I heard that we are. I mean, I haven't seen anything as of yet outside. I mean, I haven't poked my little spider face outside yet, but supposedly we're getting like potentially up to a foot, if not more, of snow. And I would be fine with that, provided that it happens after my tattoo appointment tomorrow. Okay, after. Snow gods, are you listening?
Mhm.
I want to get tattooed, and then it can, snow, snow, snow.
Absolutely. Yeah, I
I
think it's
live
just.
for my appointments.
I don't think we're getting any snow. I think only a couple of inches if we do. I know south of us they're supposed to get about a foot in Illinois. But it is cold here. Right now it is negative 12 degrees and wind chill puts us at negative 26.
Yeesh. No, thank
It's a
you.
little cold.
Yeah, it sounds just a tad cold. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awful.
Nope. Nope. No, that's like we had our new tow truck did not want to start today. She is resting in the driveway today. Diesel does not do well in cold.
It's kind of ironic.
Yeah, well, they have with diesel engines the diesel actually turns into a gel when it gets cold, so it can't fire. And Yeah, we fought with that thing for 2 hours today with a torpedo heater and torches, and no, she's resting in the
All right.
driveway too.
Jen, well, I didn't get the tattoo yet. My last tattoo session was not that piece. Wait, here we go. It was this bit here was my last session. You know, these designs here. And so I was just filling in the top wrist part. But what I plan on getting tomorrow is one of two things. Either a koi fish right here, or what I'm leaning more towards is a because I got the bunnies right here.
Right.
I was thinking about right here getting a spider with a Celtic body sort of superimposed on his body bits. So that's kind of where I'm heading towards.
Oh, I like that idea.
And the gentleman that did the rabbits and the crow and the tree, he's going to be working on me tomorrow. So that's the tentative plan.
I would go with the spider then, because he does really sick work.
He does do sick work. That's Eric, and then Patrick, he does the beautiful design work on this arm. I'm a two-timer. I flip-flop between the two. They are absolutely wonderful at what they do.
We've got somebody's voting spider already. We got Jen Howe 83. Spider is my vote.
Well, I mean, I do plan on getting the koi fish over here, because I think it would go with the Japanese theme that I have going on with the design work over here.
Absolutely.
So it's all a work in progress, and then I have ideas for other parts of me, legs, back, the whole 9 yards. I got lots of ideas. Thank you, flipping lids.
Makes sense too, because you've got didn't you do a couple of origami that were koi fish?
I did. Well, I mean, also, if you want to go with astrology, I am an air sign and a water sign, because I'm right on the cusp between Aquarius and Pisces. So I'm like smack dab in the middle right there, February 19th. So, I mean, I don't really put a lot of stock into astrology, but it's a thing, and I do feel very connected to the water element, as it were. Well, like if you want to go based on astrology, it's like, water is about emotions and air is about intellect. So that would make me a hot mess. Like a neurotic hot mess, being right on the cusp there.
Say it isn't so.
What's that?
Say it isn't so.
Oh, it's so.
Yeah, I'm on the cusp of goat and Aquarius.
Capricorn?
Capricorn, Aquarius, yes.
No.
Yeah, I think my dad was a Sagittarius. He was late December.
No, I'm a Virgo. I like to organize. Could you tell?
Oh, no. I had no clue.
Yeah, I don't fall under any of those stereotypes,
Oh, no. No, you march to the beat of your own bongos, and then you put all the bongos in neat little rows.
Well, but they need to be in a neat little row or you'll trip.
Oh, you be tripping, girl.
At least it's interesting.
Yeah,
How about you, Matt?
mine's Leo Virgo.
Oh, I can see that.
I only know
I'm a few days after it changes to Virgo from Leo.
Leo the lion.
You know, I'm the polar opposite of Virgo then because I am so disorganized, it's not even funny.
Mm. Well, that's why we make such a good pair. We can kind of counterbalance each other. It's been working out good.
Yeah, I think so.
You
Well,
keep
what
me.
are the qualities of a Leo?
Leo.
I don't know. I don't follow any of that stuff.
Well, I don't really either. I only know my own because, you know, I figure you should, you know, I should know what I am, you know, at least in that sense. I know what I am in my own sense, but you know what I mean.
I just
You
know
know,
you could read any horoscope and apply it to yourself.
pretty
Yeah.
much, you know. Well, it's like with tarot cards, many moons ago, um, I used to read tarot cards, and I never really put too much stock in the idea of it telling your future. I took it more as like, okay, it's like an impartial observer giving you some information, and you know, like an outside perspective being like, okay, well, this is a thing. You know, it's not necessarily a definitive thing, but it's a thing, you know, like food for thought, you know. Um, just sort of like, okay, there's somebody in your life. Yeah, it could be anybody. You know, you could feel it's like playing Mad Libs, you know, in a sense.
Yep.
You know, so I mean, it's more of like an impartial insight kind of thing that you put your own slant on as you read it. You know,
Mm-hmm.
I think they're interesting, but I don't necessarily think that they, you know, foretell, as it were.
No.
You know, the
Yeah.
same thing with scrying or pendulum work or any sort of divination. It's more like, okay, here's a perspective.
Yep.
I tend to like the like Chinese instead of like the regular science, like the Chinese years,
Mhm.
as far as that goes. Like the dragon, the
Yep.
monkey, the rabbit,
The
I
dog
think
and the rat.
the dog.
I'm not sure which one I am. I want to say I might be the sheep, and if I am, that would make sense. Um, but I honestly don't know. It's been a while since I've looked that up. But you know, I would say it's really it doesn't matter so much, you know, what sign you are, it's what you do with it.
Yep. Exactly.
You know, because you could let a chart dictate who you are and what you do, or you could do it,
Mm-hmm.
you know.
Yep.
You know, make it your own. You know, same thing
So,
with a lot of crocheting and knitting patterns. Yeah, you could follow the pattern, or you could put your own twist on it, make it your own. You know,
mm-hmm.
you could grow a bean plant and harvest the beans, or you could make cable needles.
Yep. Exactly. Yep.
Or both.
Yeah, you know.
Or you could be a track home or a custom home.
Yep. Exactly.
Mhm. You know, it's
Does
like when I make
anybody
pigs in a
have grand
blanket.
plans for the week?
I'm sorry?
Anybody have any grand plans for the weekend, or we all
This
staying
is the
home
grand
where it's
plan.
warm?
Just
This is
getting
it.
inked and do some stitching. That's it.
Well, no,
You know,
me
well,
too.
actually, after the stream tonight, I'm probably gonna make some cookies, dark chocolate chip and almonds,
Mm.
because I always like to bring cookies or
Ooh.
some sort of treat with me when I go to the tattoo parlor because I like to bring them goodies.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
You know,
you want a happy tattoo artist.
Yes, you
yes,
always treat them good.
you know, I always like to bring in goodies, you know, and they're very good about returning my tin from the previous time to me. You know, it's like if they bring me the tin, they get a free refill.
Yep.
um, it's how I roll. And you know, also there are a bunch of recipes that I really want to try at some point soon. Um, and maybe if we're snowed in, I'll get a chance to do that. Um, uh, one of which, well, I made this a couple nights ago, actually. It's tomato soup, and it's so easy and so delicious. It's just like a 28-ounce can of crushed tomatoes and an onion and a bit of garlic and some butter and some water, and boom. It's so delicious. It's so easy, and it makes like 2 decent-sized servings. So I had some of that and a grilled cheese last night. Oh, I was in my glory.
Good.
But yeah, there's a couple of recipes that I would really like to try, and one of which I haven't made in a long time, but I was thinking about doing it again soon. It's for making sourdough shortbread cookies,
Ooh.
and
Okay, you have my
those
attention.
those are
Really?
really, really good. The recipe calls them sugar cookies, but they're much more buttery than sugary, so I think of them as shortbread.
That
And
sounds good.
it uses some sourdough starter and some other ingredients, and they are delish. The only thing is that it's the kind of dough that you roll it out and cut it out with like cookie cutters.
Nope.
So it does take a little bit more work, but they are good. Haven't made those in quite some time, but they are very, very good. They're very buttery, very, very tasty. And I've got this beautiful Celtic nut cookie cutter that I like to use.
Oh, that sounds
And
fun.
I was thinking maybe sometime soon, maybe do a video on those. And actually, Russ, if you're out there in YouTube land watching, don't, because I'm about to say, actually, you kind of already know this, so it's not a big deal. I sent Russ some sourdough starter. I had dehydrated some of my sourdough starter, Edgar Allan dough. And so I dehydrated some back in 2024. And basically, I spread it out on some parchment paper and then let it dry out over the course of like 2 days. And it looks sort of like paint chips when it's all dehydrated and dried. And I put that in a jar, and it's been in my cabinet for, since 2024. And actually, yeah, Edgar's going to have his second birthday. Edgar's going to have his second birthday next month. So that's pretty cool. And so I sent some of the sourdough starter chips to Russ. And so hopefully he'll be able to have some luck rehydrating him and bringing him back to life like a little Dr. Frankenstein.
Right.
That would be cool.
What's the sourdough starter big?
Mm-hmm.
The sourdough starter, we have one place here, from San Francisco. Their sourdough starter is like 100 years old.
Wow.
Oh,
Yeah, I
wow.
think mine was originally from San Francisco as well. I had gotten it off of Amazon.
Yeah, this one they have like separate like bakeries, and the actual sourdough starter they carry around in a armored car,
Yeah, in the Brinks truck
Wow.
like in a Brinks truck, because it's like
worth a lot of money.
Wow.
Yeah,
Yeah,
is
you
it
can
100 years old?
it's more.
You
than
can find
Or
sourdough
modern
starter
culture.
on Etsy, where people say that it's, that their starter has been around since the Middle Ages. It's like you got to kind of take that with a grain of salt,
Oh,
Um,
this one is for sure, because it's been in San Francisco. It's like a San Francisco like institution thing.
Wow.
well, the thing is that the original, germ, so to speak, that's still in there. But I mean, it's gone through so many iterations that over time it does change.
Yeah.
Because you're not using the exact same starter, because you're using like the same germ, but not necessarily the same stuff because
Since 1849.
Since 1849?
Wow.
one of my coworkers, she had one from the Spanish flu.
Wow. Yeah, that's an old one.
She had one from the Spanish flu and one that she started during COVID. So she had like 2 disease era starters in her home. Which was, I was like, what? That's novel.
Yeah, that's. I don't know if I want to start my food with a disease starter.
Well, no, it's the time frame. The time frame.
Yeah, but I would rather pick a time frame that was having more positive times.
Is there ever really one?
Oh, fair enough. This is very true.
We're always going through something.
Yep.
But the thing to remember though is that we persevered.
Yes. Yes, we
you
did.
know,
Yeah, it's the origin.
there are always dark times, in our past, but we move on, we persevere, and we carry on.
Exactly.
It's what we do.
Yeah. Yeah, there's always positive things in the future.
Of course.
Right.
The horizon always has possibilities.
Nope.
And that is what we do. So, I think, I'm probably going to make those cookies tonight and try to get to bed at a reasonable hour because last time I went, I did not sleep well the night before. So I was like half asleep. I didn't eat any breakfast. I wasn't doing too well in the chair. So I'm gonna try better and harder for tomorrow so that I'm not squirming around so much.
France.
Wow.
Well, that and you want to get a good night's sleep, and just in case that snow does hit.
Oh, don't wish it on me.
Oh, I'll take it. I love snow.
Well, I would be fine with snow as long as it happens after I get home tomorrow night. Then fine, let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. But not until then.
All right. Do you at least have like an all-wheel drive, or?
I don't think I do. I'm not very car savvy.
What do you drive, Muffin? Do you know what you have?
Yeah, it's 2020 Honda Civic.
Okay, yeah, so you're going to be front-wheel drive then. So those are good in snow, though. You'll be fine. The Civics are nice and small.
Yeah, well, I mean, I do love my car. I do.
Not that you drive it.
Well, I drive it, but I don't go anywhere.
My grandmother's car had more miles on it, and she didn't even go to the grocery store in it.
Well, I mean, I go to work, I go home. I go to work, I go home. So I mean, the car is like 5-6 years old, and I don't even think I've got 13,000 miles.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Holy moly.
Well,
Like I when I say I don't go anywhere, I mean I really don't go anywhere. The furthest away that I go is, in the past year, the furthest away from home that I've been is to the tattoo shop, and that's like maybe half an hour away.
wow.
I really don't go anywhere.
No, I haven't been out lately, but last year I just coast to coast. I went all over the place.
Well, I mean, you're supposed to get like an oil change like every 3,000 or 4,000 miles.
Right.
I go once a year when I get my inspection. That's when I get my oil changed. And I don't even, I didn't even put on enough miles yet. But I figure I'm doing the one, I'll do the other in one fell swoop. That way I'm covering my bases. I don't know. And I did ask my mechanic, like, is that okay to do? He's like, yeah, you don't really do the mileage. Yes, I was just told you have to eat before you get a tattoo. It helps with your pain tolerance. And that was Rio 7. Yeah, I've heard that. Yeah, it does help with the adrenaline and the endorphins and so on and so forth. Having a good night's sleep, being well fed, because getting tattooed, it like destroys your blood sugar.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm aware of it. I'm just not very good about it. I try. I'm just not very good about it.
Really? It messes
Yeah.
with your blood sugar too?
Well, because your body is undergoing so much stress, that like all systems are going. It's like, you know, it's also similar with your immune response system, because after the fact, your immune system is like, oh, we have an invader, you know, let's attack. So it getting a tattoo, it puts your immune system into like a heightened state, even though you're not in danger of getting a cold or something. It's just like, we have foreign bodies. You know.
Something.
Well, I
Right.
figured that, but the blood sugar thing was kind of interesting.
When they did the underneath here, it sends there's nerves there, and it sends pain all the way through your body. They actually have to stop sometimes and make you drink a soda or something, because people pass out.
Yeah.
Wow.
Like when I got the crow, oh, that was the worst.
Oh yeah. No.
The crow is the coolest.
Beautiful.
Oh, I love the crow.
I mean, I love the crow, don't get me wrong, but that was the most pain.
Yeah.
Absolutely the most pain. You know, the
Yeah, that
tree was like,
underside there.
yeah, the tree was like child's play by comparison.
Oh yeah.
And the bunnies were not that bad, but the crow,
Yeah. That's
oh, I was
that's a
squirming on that one.
no.
You know, I kept saying I was like a horseshoe crab on its back when I was getting the crow. My legs were like, stop it. Stop it, stop it. You know, I was trying to keep my arms still, but my legs were like flippy floppy in every which way direction. But on the one hand, yes, it is painful, but the pain is fleeting. It's temporary. It doesn't, like, after like a day, 2 days tops, you don't feel any pain really. You know, it's like a really bad sunburn after a day or so. And then it's like, okay, we move on. And you just, you know, if anything, it itches
Oh,
after the
the itch
fact.
is the worst.
You know, that's I would say more than anything, the itching, when your skin is trying to heal itself. But the pain is very temporary. You know, and if you go to a good place, you know, like I've never had any issues with scarring, scabbing, or infection, or anything even like that, knock on wood, because they are just so good at what they do. I feel very, very lucky to have them. Oh, this is coming along.
Good one you want to keep. Ooh.
Oh, nice.
Oh, I
It's
love
coming
how
along.
that
That's pretty.
color's working out.
I like that color.
You know, I mean, as it gets bigger, you know, definitely it's going to be a much more stripy. But right now, I think it's looking really quite gorgeous.
Oh yeah.
You're going to town on that.
Well, it's such an easy pattern, you know. You just go on autopilot. That's why I love the granny.
Yep.
Side tattoos and top of the foot are horrible. I can imagine. I
Yeah.
don't think I plan on going past the ankles or past the wrists. So yeah, my feet are out of bounds. But I do plan on eventually, you know, basically being like full bodied, you know. I think that'd be fun. You
Yeah, I
know.
know my son has one on his ribs, like right here, and he said it sucked.
Yeah.
I
I'm
got
sure it
some
did.
padding. I got a little bit of padding.
Right. That's all right. Just make a couple more cookie recipes. You'll have plenty of padding. Not a
There you
problem.
go. Well, I mean, the one on my back, I have mixed feelings about because I haven't gotten it yet. I want to get a big full back tattoo of the Green Man, and the idea of just being able to lie there on my stomach and just have them go to work. You know, on the one hand, you know, I feel like that would be great, but the problem is that then caring for it afterwards, you're like trying to get lotion
It is
on,
hard.
you know, in the middle of the back. You know, like I'm not a
Mhm.
contortionist.
Nope.
So, Tara, you're working on the which virus project? We
I
got a
did
question,
the virus meets granny kaleidoscope
and
in
that's what you're
strip.
currently working on now.
Yep, I'm doing a test for that one
Oh, you're so awesome. On
because I
the
haven't done
point.
it enough times.
I saw YouTube the other day. It was extreme. Speaking of like tattooing,
What?
they were actually giving this guy and
Ooh,
like
Michael's here.
they were
Cool.
actually
Hi.
what's up, Michael?
Hey, how are y'all?
Good.
They were actually giving the guy whatchamacallit, anesthesia,
Right.
and they were gonna like not put him completely out, and there was like four tattoo artists working on him, and they were like tattooing his whole
That's
all in
extremely
one
dangerous.
all in one shot.
That's
Oh.
very dangerous. Yeah, there are people that do get like full body work and they get put under for the procedure.
Yeah,
And
and it was just like
unfortunately,
that was the first time I had seen that, and I was just like, oh my god,
well, it's
no.
dangerous for a lot of reasons because your body is going through a ton of trauma. And also healing is really, really difficult. Because your entire body is going through all that trauma, and some people actually don't survive the procedure.
Oh yeah.
There have been fatalities.
Oh
So,
my
Michael,
god.
how are you doing? On that note,
Doing all right. I literally just woke up about 5 minutes ago.
welcome.
Good
As I
morning.
woke up and I'm like, oh, I gotta go. Panda's in there fixing
Well,
the
it's good to
stew that
see
it's
you.
been cooking all day.
Thank you for hopping on. Who's been cooking all day?
I set some stew to cook all whenever I went to lay down. It was supposed to be a nap, but it ended up being, 8 hours later.
Right.
I've done that.
Well, that's all good then. 8 hours rest. You know?
Well,
Yeah,
the road to stew is paved with good intentions.
Yes.
That's
yeah,
right.
But
And depending on the stew, the longer it sits, the better it gets.
Mhm.
oh yeah, that's always my stuff. The longer it sits, the better it gets. The more it's been refrigerated, the more flavorful it becomes.
Next day.
Absolutely.
Like tomato sauce.
Mhm.
Yes, when I make my pasta sauce, like it's great the first day. Wait till the second day. The
Mhm.
second day is when it's banger.
Yep.
Very
So,
true.
how are you all doing?
Oh, we're good. We were just talking about
Outstanding.
tattoos and astrology, and like there's like no set strategy or plan for these streams. It's just sort of like, yeah, let's kibitz, let's have some fun. So are you working on any fabulous projects, my dear?
I finished like the most recent project. Dang it, it's not even in here. And it's an Asian flower bouquet.
Yeah,
And
that was gorgeous.
I edited it and got the video out to members. It goes to everybody in the morning. I just got to write the pattern. I was supposed to do that today, but a nap felt better.
Nope.
Yeah,
I
sounds
spent like
about
8.5 hours editing that video, and my eyes were just getting cross-eyed. So this morning, after I finished to put the video out and everything, I was like, I'm gonna go live. So I went live this morning, and after the live, then I had to go run to the post office before the storm comes in.
Yep.
Went to the post office, came back, fixed the stew, and I looked. I sat in here for another hour, and then I went to Panda, and I was like, I'm gonna take a nap. I'm gonna take a nap.
Yeah, sometimes
Boy,
it's needed.
yeah, that lasted from about 11 a.m. till now.
Well, you obviously needed it.
Michael, look at this face. Does it look like it's judging? Please.
Well, there's a lot of times I don't get a lot of sleep anyway. I was already up 36 hours by the time I went and took a nap.
Oh.
I don't get a lot of sleep as it is because of my legs, especially with this crap coming in, because we're on the edge of that. Like, we're the first ones to be getting hit by this whole entire storm.
Barometric pressure can really mess people up, I know.
It messes with my my pain syndrome big time. But we're the first getting hit with this whole entire mess that's coming in, which you'll be getting it in a day. I think what, Saturday night, Craig?
Well, as long as it happens after my tattoo, I keep saying this. Hold it back. Tell Panda to use his panda power and his ninja skills and hold back the storm until after I'm home from my tattoo tomorrow night.
Yes.
But
And then I'll be happy.
Other than that, really not. I don't have anything planned yet. I just gotta. My plan was to wake up and do the written pattern.
That's cool. Very cool.
I still have the flower shawl to do, but I'm tired of flowers right now. I am flowered out.
I understand.
No. Sometimes a break is good.
But I gotta constantly crochet. I cannot have nothing in my hands.
Yeah, no, I understand. That's why I'm just going on autopilot with the granny. I'm
like looking around, seeing what I can grab.
Yeah. Just so you have something to do.
Because this is one of those stitches where it's like, just autopilot is totally doable when it comes to the granny. You're not going into stitches, you're going into stitch spaces, and muscle memory is a fabulous thing. So I dig that. I don't know how the rest of you are able to do what you're doing, because obviously you're doing like a definitive pattern between Matt and Tara and Billy. It's like you're working on actual patterns. So I don't know how you're able to do it.
These are just I'm doing grannies right now, so I'm in the granny part of it.
Abstract.
So we're doing grannies together.
Yeah.
Technically, yes.
I have a couple of rows left of those.
Which one is that, Billy?
I'm just making it up as I go.
Oh, even better.
Oh, that's cool.
That's everything I do is make it up as I go.
Yeah, I've had to
I always
undo
think
it
that's
a
the
couple
best.
times. Yeah, that's right. I mean, I like following your videos, but I can't do that and talk at the same time.
Well, I mean, I would like to have people take what I do as a jumping off point, and then go in their own direction.
Exactly. We give an option.
Right.
This is one option. Jump out the box and have fun with it.
Exactly.
That's exactly what me and Craig do. Is just have fun with it.
Mm-hmm. Like I always say, march to the beat of your own bongos. The crochet police are not going to come after you if you deviate from what I put out there.
Yeah.
That's why I always say, do what works for you. Some people, they like the magic ring method. I hate it. So I always do like chain 4, slip stitch, and then go in that ring, because that's what works for me.
So speaking of that, Linda Ronstadt, I follow her on YouTube. And her song, Beat of a Different Drum or whatever. Did you know one of the guys from the Monkees wrote that song before he joined the Monkees? I thought that was pretty interesting. I saw that today, actually.
I just keep having images of Davy Jones going to the front door, opening the little door in the door, and he's too short, and he makes like he can see who's outside. I'm like, okay, that gag was funny once, but they did it every episode. Correct me if I'm wrong.
No.
Yep. Saturday mornings.
And the thing is
like
that,
monkeys.
I mean, the Beatles were very good with like the silly humor, and I think that the Monkees were just really trying hard to emulate that, but it just didn't quite.
Yeah, it didn't quite work
out.
Well, the Beatles, their humor were different than the monkey humor. It was hard to explain as an 8-year-old when you're watching. Hey, we're the Monkees, but the Monkees' humor was more kid driven, Then the Beatles was more British.
Well, it was
adult
more.
driven.
One was more American, and one was more English.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, BBC humor in general, it
Oh
definitely
gosh,
has
it's
it has
improved
more
a
wit.
lot.
I'm sorry?
The BBC humor used to be so bad, but now it's gotten a lot better. I watch a lot of BBC stuff. I'll say some stuff, some of the jokes to Panda, and he's like, "What are you talking about?" And I'm like, "Oh, God, you don't get it. Come on, you have no sense of humor." But their humor has improved, like I want to say tenfold, because they can get a little bit more risque over there.
I mean, I'm not
Yeah.
talking Benny Hill. I'm talking like Absolutely Fabulous.
Well, yeah. Benny Hill,
Keeping up appearances.
Yes. What was it? What was it?
Hyacinth.
Mrs. Bouquet.
Yes. Hyacinth Bouquet.
Yes. But I mean, Ab Fab is a staple. That is such a great show. That could have gone on forever. But I mean, at least okay. I think it was Adina was the skinny crane-like woman. Was that Adina?
I think it was Adina.
She was in the movie James and the Giant Peach. She played Aunt Spiker.
Yep.
If I'm not mistaken. It's been a hot minute, but I'm pretty sure that was her, the same actress.
I don't know. I just woke up, so asking me things like this, I don't know.
That's okay.
It
does
usually
this
takes
face
me
look like it's
I'm surprised
judging?
I actually decided to say, hey, I just woke up. I'm going to go live with pop up on here with you guys.
Well, I appreciate it. I missed you.
Normally
I
I'm
missed
like
you and
this
Panda.
for the first hour after waking up. It's like everything's got to get oiled and everything before I can start moving around.
That's what he said.
Uh-huh. Oh, goodness gracious.
I've been out of the loop on so many things. Is Panda still doing his gaming live streams?
Every Saturday he does. He's been skipping a few Saturdays because of his back has been hurting really
That's
bad.
understandable.
And it's hard to sit in his gaming chair. But for the most part, yeah. And
Cool.
don't ask about crochet drama stuff, because Michael doesn't know, because Michael stays to himself.
Well, no, I wasn't referring to that because I don't do crochet drama either.
Nope.
No.
I don't know
stay
what's
out of
going on in
that.
the community. I just do my videos and stay to myself.
No, I was only referring to Mr. Panda. That's it. Because no, like as far as what's going on the crochet streets, like with that stuff. No, I don't follow the drama either. I keep to my own. It is infinitely safer that way.
Yeah.
Sure.
And that's the thing. It's like, with you and with Matt, being fellow YouTubers, it's like, I already know that like you guys are also on like similar pages where it's like, we do our thing,
Yeah.
Same thing with Russ. Unfortunately he's working, otherwise he would be here. Like I don't do the whole coffee clutch kibitz gossip fest thing. It's never been my thing. That's why I stick mostly to doing the tutorials and stuff.
That's what I stick to. Yeah, exactly. Figure out, okay, well, what do I want to do next? Okay, that's a tutorial.
Yeah,
And that's
the
all
drama
this
thing.
all this stuff here, tutorial. All this stuff here. This is dry erase stuff, like sticky stuff.
Yep.
And that's all tutorials. And then my door is full of dry erase door is full of stuff too. So I got too much to keep me busy to worry about other stuff.
If I wanted drama, I'd watch Downton Abbey.
There you go.
Oh, I like Downtown Abbey. What you talking about?
Downton,
I
not
like-
downtown.
I like Downton Abbey.
I always thought it was downtown.
Downton Abbey's pretty good too. I like that. I do a rewatch of it about twice a year.
Wasn't there also a show similarly based? It was called Upstairs, Downstairs.
Yes. It's I don't know. I like Downton Abbey a lot better than Upstairs Downstairs.
Now, I haven't seen that, but I did see there was a reality show called Manor House. Now, that was good.
See, I don't do reality shows.
Well, it's not like your typical reality show because it was done by PBS.
Or the butler.
Okay.
So it's actually educational. They took a normal, contemporary family, and then they stuck them into a manor house as if it were the turn of the century, early 1900s. And so they were, the mother and father became a lord and a lady, and they had houseboys and footmen and scullery maids and their own private chef. And it was really interesting because you got to see what it was like to live in a manor house. Now, they were all volunteers for this project. So the family, they lived like lords and ladies, but they had to follow certain protocols.
I just pulled it up.
And then you had all of the workers. They were not used to working 18, 19 hours a day, only sleeping for like 4. And they went through, I think, like 3 or 4 scullery maids because they got so frazzled having to wash pots all day, every day, without a break. They cracked.
It was 2002, and they only got 6 episodes out of it.
It was really good.
The one British series that I really like is All Creatures Big and Small.
What's that?
It's about a vet, like a country vet, and he goes around and his assistant. He's kind of like very like hard nosed, kind of like serious, and he's got like a couple of assistants, and they go around and they take care of like the horses and all of that stuff. It's really good.
No, is this more like documentary or more?
No, it's drama.
Yeah.
It's a drama.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And then I like, what's the doctor one?
Doctor Who?
No.
Dr. Martin? Doc Martin?
Doc Martin.
I only know of that because it goes through the library quite a bit. A lot of people take that one out.
Yeah, Doc Martin's very cool.
There was one
I just
British
think of the
show
Hughes.
Panda went for big time. It was Misfits. That show he loved. He would watch every episode of that show. Most British shows he doesn't get the humor.
Was the Misfits where there was a guy with like a mohawk with like stars on his forehead? Was that the Misfits?
I don't think it's that. Like it's the TV. No. These were more. Oh my gosh, it was a sci-fi comedy drama. The real reason he got into it is because one of the characters had big ears, and he likes people with big ears.
Okay.
Michael used to have big ears till he had them fixed. But it was very. They started out at They were the Misfits, but they started out as I want to say it was like a work release type program where they had to go to this community center, if I'm remembering it right. But then they start developing like powers.
Okay. Actually, I think the one that I was thinking of, it was The Wild Ones. I think that was the show I was referring to. It was sort of like punk-ish.
Yeah, that's the one I thought of.
Because he had like a spiky haircut, and he had like riveted stars in his forehead, like they were like implanted. I think that was the Wild One, but the Misfits I'm not familiar with.
I'm trying to see like one of the characters because I know I've seen them in other stuff. Ramsay Bolton from Games of Thrones. Was it Ramsay Bolton?
I've never seen that show. I'm out of that loop.
Oh, that's what he played at helm.
The only one that I know from Game of Thrones is oh God, what was his name?
Pedro Pascal.
Aquaman.
No. He's a little person.
Oh, Peter
Oh,
Peter
the guy,
Dinklage.
yeah, the guy in
Yeah.
Elf.
Peter Dinklage, yes. Now he's attractive.
I thought you were gonna say what's his name? The one who played Drago.
I don't know him. No,
Khal
but Peter,
Drogo?
Peter Dinklage, I mean, you know, he's got some serious suaveness going on.
He's Hawaiian.
Jason Momoa is who
Jason
you're thinking
Yes.
of.
That's what I'm
Well, I
thinking.
mean, Jason Momoa, yes, he is definitely
don't
my
know.
go-to.
I don't know.
You know,
because, like for me, I followed Jason Momoa when he was tiny. Stargate Atlantis.
Mhm.
He didn't have hair. He granted the hair that he had on the show was a wig, but he was tiny.
Mhm.
He wasn't buff. Plus, he was a no name. He just literally came from the modeling world.
Right.
Same with Henry Cavill. I remember like watching the Tudors and seeing Henry Cavill. I'm like, who the hell is this guy? And Henry Cavill was tiny. He wasn't buff. He was a no name. And now look at him.
well, I mean, with Jason Momoa, it's like he doesn't need the Fabio hair, but the rest of him, okay. Yes, please.
Yes, please.
Yes, please. But no, Peter Dinklage, I mean, there's just something about him, you know. He's got that quiet mystique about him.
Yeah, I can
You
see
know,
that about Peter Dinklage.
yeah. You know, like also I could see him playing an assassin.
Yeah.
You know, like I'm serious.
Yeah.
Like I could totally see him playing an assassin, you know, being able to like be all stealthy and creepy, and you know, he's just got like that quiet sternness and strength about him. It's like he's the kind of guy you don't want to piss him off.
Yeah, that is
You
for
know,
sure.
Yeah, I can see that. I can
he'll
see
go
that.
straight for your ankles.
No.
Yeah.
I like his work. I do.
No.
I really do. I give him a lot of credit. I think one of the first things that I saw him in was the American remake, I think it was, of Death at a Funeral. You know, he was either in the original British version or the American remake, but he was in that one. And yeah, see, somebody else says Peter Dinklage is hot and his character was so funny in Game of Thrones, it made him even hotter. Yeah, see, there you go. You know, I mean, I did see one clip of him talking to a dragon, trying to get the dragon not to eat him. And I'm like, yeah, that works, you know. But, you know, he's got like a very, very distinguished, subtle strength about him. You know, which is very different from so many other actors that I saw in the movie, like Time Bandits. It's like, no, they played up the ridiculousness.
Yeah.
Well, see, like my favorite movie of all time is Ice Pirates. They played up the ridiculousness big time.
Yeah. You know, because that's
making
the thing.
fun of Star Wars and Star Trek, making fun of all sci-fi with that movie.
But it's like with Dinklage, though. I mean, he gave respectability to their community.
Oh, for sure, for sure.
You know, it's like, no, you don't have to do a bit part.
It was something that. Hold on, give me a minute. I gotta think of his name.
Yep.
He just won a award too. Trying to think of his name. Warwick.
Also, I know that they did do a remake of Time Bandits. I've only seen the original version.
Everything that Warwick Davis was fighting for, then Dinklage kind of stepped in and continued it, because Warwick had to step back after his wife started getting sick and whatnot, and Peter Dinklage stepped in and just kept doing the push, because Warwick fought his butt off to get recognition, saying, hey, yes, I played an Ewok. I played a little person that was meant to play a little person, but it was a serious role. It wasn't one of those that we were just the jesters of the show. You know, he got to where the studio looked at them outside of the comedy spectrum as using them as comedy relief.
Well, I mean, he wasn't doing himself any favors when he did the Leprechaun series. But when
So
he
that was
did
money, though.
Willow, when he did Willow, I mean, that was a real role, that was a good movie. And when it came out, I mean, it was like earth-shattering because it put the whole medieval fantasy genre on its head, and they did some really great things with that. And also even prior to that, he played a couple of characters in the Chronicles of Narnia. The BBC did the Chronicles of Narnia, and he played Reepicheep, who was a mouse who had like severe issues with his valor being questioned. And he was like totally willing to fight against anybody twice his size. And then he also played an owl as well. I can't remember his name, but he would always say to woo, to woo. But that one was, I think it was The Silver Chair. The other one was Prince Caspian and Voyage of the Dawn Treader, where he played Reepicheep. And, those were big, strong characters, So I give Warwick Davis tons of credit for that one. But like when I think of like Time Bandits, it was like, no, let's play into stereotypes and being exploited.
Yeah.
That's the impression that I got. However, in the movie Legend, I can't remember their names offhand, but there were two gentlemen in that movie. One of them was Brown Tom, and the other one was Brown Tom and help me out, chat. Help me out.
You're asking the wrong person there. Oh, shoot.
Yeah.
Not Buttercup, not Bertold. Brown Tom and... I can't remember. I'm sorry.
That's all right.
I can't remember. If anybody can remember, it was the movie Legend with Tom Cruise, Mia Sarah, Tom Cruise, and Tim Curry. Brown Tom and Screwball. I got it. At least that was their characters. Yes, Screwball and Brown Tom. But I can't remember the actors' names. They were in a bunch of other movies. They were actually really good. They did provide some comic relief, but they were quite literally playing little people, like almost like gnomes and such. So it was fitting. It wouldn't have worked if everybody was the same size as as Tom Cruise in that movie. It was like literally trying to depict different races. So there you go. But yeah, that was also an incredible movie, highly underrated.
You have a comment from Australia.
Oh.
Michelle Spratt says hello from Adelaide, Australia.
Hello.
While you are freezing, we're sweltering. It's Saturday, 12:40 p.m. and it's going to be 109 degrees Fahrenheit at the moment.
I'd rather be cold.
I don't know.
Hi, Darth Maul.
I would so
Currently
rather
it's 104, but it's going to be 109.
I would seriously rather be cold than that hot. I am sorry. Because you can always bundle on more layers, but you can't take more layers off if you're already, down to your shorts.
Craig will tell you from the summers that Michael will be sitting there texting, oh my effing gosh, it's 110 out here.
I always tell the girls at work they want to have the heat all the way up to 80 degrees. And I'm like, I can only take so many clothes off.
Exactly.
We'll be going to jail after this.
Exactly.
Right. You can put more on, but I can only take so many off.
Mm-hmm. That's how I always see it. And that's why if I was ever given the option of moving somewhere, I would much rather move somewhere colder than hotter. Like, oh, I want to move to, the Bahamas, and I'm like, no, it's too freaking warm. Like, no, I want to be snuggly wuggly under a nice big thick blanket, like a mouse in a sock.
See, and that's the thing with people with arthritis. I don't have arthritis. Well, I did, but they cut it all out with my knees. But the people with arthritis, the cold really hurts them. I had my pain condition with CRPS. Any fluctuation in temperature hurts, but it just depends on what pain my mind wants to play. It's the cold really doesn't hurt me that much as it would with somebody with osteoarthritis or fibromyalgia. So give me the cold. I want to move to, North Pole, Alaska, where it's negative 70 degrees Fahrenheit right now,
Well, then Panda's going to have to turn into a polar bear.
He wants to move there too.
Let me come with. I'll be glad to join you guys.
We just take the yarn and we'll be good.
Yeah, let's go to Fairbanks, Juneau, Sycamore.
Nah, Point Barrow, Alaska.
Or somewhere in the territories of Canada.
And also the whole thing with like 6 months of darkness. Okay, I'm nocturnal. I'm fine with that.
I'm awake when it's dark. I'm always up when it's dark. I mean, I see the sunset and I see the sunrise and I see it set again before I go back to bed. But yeah.
Well, on the other hand, though, I wouldn't want 6 months of sunlight, though. That would drive me crazy.
Yeah.
It'd be some great gardening.
Good for the garden. No, I'm good.
Yeah, good for the garden, but only for 2 months. It's cold again.
Well, I mean, even during the summer and stuff, I don't really see the light of day much anyway, because I mean, like, I have my blinds and I have a shade on top of that, so I
and a blackout curtain.
Yeah, these shades have not been drawn in like easily 10 years. Like, they stay closed.
Right. Yep.
Yeah.
And my tattoo artist is like, be sure you don't go out in the sunlight. I'm like, I don't go out in the sunlight at all, ever.
Right.
If I go out in the sunlight, it's early morning sunlight. That's when I go out.
Right.
I don't have
you
curtains
should tell
in this
them,
room.
look at me. Does sunlight? It does not.
Never. I don't go to the beach. I don't go to the park. I don't go out. I'm the quintessential homebody. My ink is always going to look good. The beach? No. Sand gets in weird places. No, thank you.
Oh, I love the beach. The dogs love it too.
See, I like going to the beach. I'll walk the beach, but I'm not swimming at the beach because I don't want crap chewing on my toes. I'll take a pool, thank you.
See,
No, I remember I went into the water as a kid, and like I stepped on a rock, the rock moved. I'm like, yep, no, I'm good.
See, like what ruined me about U.S. beaches is when I was stationed in Okinawa, Japan, seeing the water there, seeing how crystal clear the water is supposed to be. Then you come back to the States and you're like, you want me to get in that?
Yeah.
Right.
No, thank you. I'm good. I'll walk on the beach.
Yeah, it's
I'm not
like,
getting in the water.
hospital waste.
I know
Great.
how clear it's supposed to be.
Yeah. No, I grew up south of Boston, so we didn't swim in the water.
Well, I mean, with Long Island, it depends on which
from the beach.
It depends on which shore, because like on the North Shore, it's all rocks. On the South Shore, it's all sand.
What did you say, Howie?
Oh, I got a whole thing back there from shells I got at the beach. The dogs love it.
Oh yeah.
Also, you know what? If you go to the beach often, driftwood would make some awesome crochet handles.
Yeah.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, it would.
Because actually, I think it was a brand called Lykke, Lykke, I believe. They have some really gorgeous driftwood crochet hooks. They're gorgeous, but they hurt my hands really bad because there was no grip at all.
Oh wow.
And so even though they were absolutely stunning, it hurt my hands so bad. It was just basically like a dowel with the hook cut into the end of it. And so even though I liked them, I couldn't use them.
That's what I like about the palm tree. The thing is, there's a bunch of indentations in it, so it just feels natural. So,
You know, I keep telling you, you should keep making those.
Yeah.
Because they're really gorgeous. No
well,
pressure, but you'll make them. No pressure,
I don't have
make
palm trees in
them.
Mississippi.
They will sell like hotcakes.
Yes, they will. I promise you that. You know, you make them, they will come. You know, they will sell. Most definitely.
There's always a collector out there for something.
Oh, yeah. I mean, look at pet rocks and bobbleheads. Yes. At least yours have a purpose.
Right.
You know. And mood rings. You know, people will buy anything, but at least yours have beautiful practicality to them.
Right. I got pet rocks too.
Hey, I had a mood ring.
I did in the 70s.
I did in the early 80s.
Well,
I was born in 77, so I can't say in the 70s.
Well, I can imagine, you know, you're like going to nursery school with a mood ring. You know, hey, what's your sign? I don't know. I'm 5.
We didn't have nursery school back then.
A mood ring and bell bottoms.
We didn't even have preschool. It was your mama still went to work while you were 5 years old. You still had the key to the house, so you're still a latchkey kid.
Well, yeah, I mean, I was a bit of a latchkey as well, but that was a bit later. No, I went to it was sort of like a nursery school, preschool. I did go to one of those.
I didn't even go to kindergarten.
Very early 80s. I did do
so.
kindergarten, you know.
The kindergarten was the earliest that we went.
Yeah, to say that the earliest I had was the kindergarten. There was no such thing as preschool back then.
Yeah.
And look how great we turned out.
I know, right?
The jury's still out.
I don't know. Our generation, we were out there playing with those lawn darts with each other. So
and lawn darts and horseshoes too.
Well, yeah, we had to drink from the water hose. We weren't allowed inside until it got dark out. And when it started to get dark out, you would like hear your name being called in the distance. Or if the street lights started going on, then it was time to go home.
You better be home. You better be walking that door before the street light came on.
Mm.
Otherwise, the neighborhood phone line was everybody's phone was gonna go off.
You know, or you would hear the wild cry of dinner.
Auntie K, who is not even in a relation, would be able to spank your butt and get you home.
You know, back in the day when your phone still had a cord on it and a dial to make those phone calls.
And people had books with phone numbers written in them.
Yes, yes.
Yes, well, my first phone, it did have a dial. It was not touch tone. You know, it did have the dial.
Rotary.
Yep.
Rotary phone.
You better hope you weren't making a long distance phone call.
And
I
bought a rotary phone and I put it down in a rec room that we had, and I made my boys try to figure out. They could not figure out how to make a phone call with the rotary phone. They're trying to push it. I'm like, no, dudes, it turns.
Can y'all see that?
G-I-A-I.
It's backwards, but you.
Backwards.
Sorry.
G-I-A-I-T-H.
What is that?
Get your ass in this house before I beat your
ass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yep.
Oh, it's fine.
That's a joke that's going on Facebook.
I was trying to explain to some coworkers. Well, like there were some of my coworkers. They're young. Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry.
What?
I'm sorry.
I said I'm sorry because I've seen this early. The younger generations. They scare me. They scare me.
Well, no, it was
sure
funny because
we scared our parents too. But
right. Well, this is funny because so some of them they're on the young side, and so one was saying to the other, and she's like, "Oh, I'm so tired." And I look at her and I'm like, "Wait a minute. How old are you?" And she's like, "I'm 17." I'm like, "You're too young to be tired."
Mhm.
you know. And I looked
Right.
at her. I'm like, listen, honey, I'm old enough to be your dad. Okay. And that's not an exaggeration, you know, because next month I'm going to be like, what, 47? You know, so like 17. Yeah, I'm old enough to be your dad. And she's like, you're what? I'm like, yes, technically, yes, I'm old enough to be your dad, you know. And she's like, really? I'm like, yeah, I was born in the 70s, you know, like the
1970s.
1970s. And she's like, you know, like not 2000, you know, it's like, you know, different century. And yeah, heard a kid ask, what's a VHS? Yeah, I had
I'll
to,
be right back.
yeah, I had to also explain to them how many batteries a Walkman took. And it was like the weight and size of a brick. And you couldn't just hit skip. No, you had to like manually fast forward and rewind
The
tapes.
tapes.
You know, it
Or
wasn't
8-track
digital. No,
tape.
it was a tape.
Yeah,
The
remember the
eight
old
tracks. I have
8-track
an
tape?
8-track player.
Yep.
And like
Or
one of my first toys was a Fisher Price record player. I mean, like,
Yep.
waiting with the tape recorder and
Mhm.
listening to the radio and waiting for the song to
Yes.
come on so you can like hit the record.
Yep.
That was our playlist.
yes, mixtapes, you know, and then
Mhm.
Right.
flip the tape over. And well, it's funny because also somebody said, you know, like I was saying, oh, that's from my B side, you know, and they got my reference. You know, somebody else was like, B side? What's a B side? I'm like, oh,
Yep.
Well, the 8 tracks would switch programs in the middle of a song.
Mhm.
So
Yes.
the song would get low and then it would change to the next program and then it would get loud again.
Yep.
yeah. I mean, 8-track, like
And it would make that
I do
clunk
know
in
of
between.
8-tracks, but 8-tracks were just like a smidge before me. So, but I do know of them. I totally know of them, but I never actually had the privilege of using them myself. Waiting for the commercials to stop and hit record for an hour mixtape. Yeah, Panda. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, that's like you remember VHS. Do you remember beta tapes?
The
They
Betamax.
didn't go anywhere. Well, it's funny though because it's the same thing with like laser discs
Laser
because
discs,
those
yes.
laser discs are like beta, you know,
Mhm.
because those did not go anywhere. Everybody thought that those were going to be like the big thing, or the 3D projectors with like the three lights sticking out of the
Mhm.
front, you know, with the red, blue, and green. Yeah, those didn't. Yeah,
Nope.
no, that didn't pan out.
No,
But
they
yeah,
did not.
those were the good old days, you know.
Yeah.
Or, you know, it's 10 o'clock. Do you know where your children are?
Mm. Yes.
Or
Behind me, gaming.
kids that don't know super elastic bubble plastic.
Oh, God, that was cancer in a tube. I mean, the irony is that it was sold in grocery stores in the bubble gum machines in those
Yep.
little plastic eggs. For those of you that are not familiar, yeah, it was like a tiny little toothpaste tube,
Yep.
And you squirt
basically
it out and you
toxic.
make a ball on,
Yeah,
on the little straw and you blow a
yeah,
balloon.
I
Oh,
remember
yes.
those.
Definitely.
And then
toxic,
you'd
toxic,
have to
Yeah.
toxic.
like
You made those
tweak it.
balls
You'd
with
have to
it.
tweak it closed.
Yeah.
Totally
I-
toxic substance in a tube. You would squeeze out like a little ball of it. You would put it at the end of a straw, and then you would blow, and then it would be this big plastic bubble in like these psychedelic oil slick colors, and the
Yep.
smell would give you such a headache. But it was fun, you know.
Well,
But the
yeah,
toxic
'cause you were
fumes,
high off of fumes because of the crap coming out of the tube.
yeah. And you know, like then you would like twist the bubble closed, and then it was just like this bubble that. Oh, we're talking about the toxic plastic bubbles.
Yes, plastic toxic rubber
The thing that
balls.
we'd still put in our mouths and chew on.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Like, well, I think
No.
one of my coworkers saying that she would like take the bubbles and she would like chew on it, and I'm like, so that explains a lot.
I was gonna say, is that what happened to all of us as we were playing with too many of those bubbles?
Yeah, yeah.
Well, it's just like, what was it? Maybe five. It was before the pandemic, where kids were snorting condoms.
What?
Oh,
You
I
know,
heard about
What?
that.
What?
and it's like, don't worry, your parents didn't use them right either.
Yeah, they would snort unrolled condoms. They would snort it up their nose,
Yeah.
and then they would pull it out their mouth.
Yeah.
Why?
Gross.
Well, explain the Tide Pod challenge. People did that too.
Oh yeah, there is.
And they're like, but they look like candy. No, they don't look like any candy that we've ever had.
No,
No, they don't.
Like,
I mean,
whoa.
well, you know what? To be fair, though, they did look more edible than Necco wafers.
Right? And they said lots of candy cigarettes. Model glue is
I
probably
remember
good
those.
too.
Man, I used to have those little candy cigarettes.
Yeah.
They were actually pure
And
sugar.
I used to build those models and then have it came in a red and white tube, and it was that model glue, and it was like,
Oh
Snip.
yeah.
it was like crazy toxic.
Yep.
Well, like with the candy cigarettes, I remember it was basically like a cylindrical stick of bubble gum, and then it was wrapped with paper, and then in between the paper and the bubble gum was powdered sugar. And like you blew like once, maybe twice, and there would be like a little cloud of powdered sugar, and it was like to look cool.
Yeah.
Fisher Price record player. Yes, I might have had the telephone, but
I had
yeah,
the
the Fisher Price
telephone.
record player.
Yep.
I had a C and say Fisher Price.
I think I had one of those too. Oh, and the Speak and Spell.
Yes.
The Speak and Spell I absolutely loved. E.T. popularized that one.
Mm. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this was before that. It had a dial, and you pointed it to the horse and pulled the
Mhm.
string, and then it made
Yep.
the horse
Oh,
sound.
I remember that. Yep.
Yeah,
And Lincoln Logs.
of course.
Yes.
Tinker
Yeah.
Toys, Lincoln Logs.
See, but Lincoln Logs, they sometimes they look like dog poo.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They did.
they did.
That or Tinker
Yeah.
Toy.
So if you took them outside, you had to
Tinker
guess:
Toys.
is it a Lincoln Log or is it a log?
Nope.
Well, or how
Wait.
about
Yes,
Oh.
Tara, Tinker Toys. I had Tinker Toys too.
I
does
love
anybody
Tinker Toy.
remember? Does anybody remember Woolly Willy? It was a magnetic
No.
game. It was basically like a picture of a guy with no facial hair or hair on his head.
Oh,
And it
with
was
the
the little
magnets.
iron filings, and you would move the magnet,
Yes.
move the iron filings to give it different
Yes.
hairdos.
I do remember.
And it had the
that.
little plastic sheet that you could release them with.
Yes, yes.
I thought you were going to talk about Weebles Wobbles.
Oh, no.
So we had these things called knockers. They were two balls on the strings, and you move your hand up and down, and they would just beat back and forth.
Yes.
Clacker. Yeah,
But
well, no, the
they were-
Weebles. Okay, here's the thing. Let's go back to my childhood and the pain with Weebles.
They wobble, but they don't fall down.
Yeah, no.
Oh my God, there was
Okay.
a person that me and Panda used to call Weeble Wobbles.
Yeah, well, no. Well,
I remember that. I remember the clacker things on the
Okay,
string,
but-
the two balls, and you go.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
They were
Okay,
dangerous.
Here's the thing about the Weebles. Let me tell you about the Weebles. Okay, see, my last name
Uh-oh.
is Liebel. And my brother, 2 years older, he was a bit of a class clown, a bit of a geek, a little bit awkward. And so people called him Weeble.
Mm.
And then there was the whole thing, oh, well, Weebles wobble, but they don't fall down. So they would, like, one person would, like, crouch behind me and push me over so that I would trip over that guy. Oh, they do
Oh,
fall
no.
down. So, yeah, he was Weeble. I was Weeble by proxy. And so that was elementary school and middle school in a nutshell.
That's
Oh, look,
traumatic.
they do fall down.
Yes, they do.
That would start fights.
Well,
There was-
I was not into doing the whole fighting thing. I was the run to the principal and try to get protection thing. Much different now. Now I'm like, oh, you want to mess with me? Really?
No.
Well, my siblings called me Sissy Bobo, so I had to defend myself a lot.
So my siblings called me Butterball after
Oh,
the
no.
turkey. I was a fat kid. I mean, here I was, 14 years old, and I was wearing adult male pants. I was a fat kid. I was Butterball, or it was the Life cereal commercial ruined Mikey for me.
Oh no, Mikey likes
That's why,
it.
yes, that's
likes
why I
him
do
and
not like being
everything.
called Mikey because it ruined
See,
it.
Mikey, he
Mm.
likes it.
Yes. And then it was Michael Motorcycle.
Mm.
Well,
Yeah.
Well, I get. You know what?
Well, this-
Would you have preferred Michael Myers?
Oh, yeah. Truthfully, yes.
Well,
Strike fear into the hearts of babysitters everywhere.
I used to get Fatty Matty.
Oh, I got Craigie Waggy.
And then it was Dumbo. I used to be
Oh.
called Dumbo. I'll show you why.
Yeah,
Well, you
the
said you had
ears.
you had the ears.
I had the ears.
You
Oh
had
my
the
gosh, did
ears.
I have the ears?
I still got them.
See profile picture.
Well, the thing about big ears, they're love handles.
I got. Let me turn it on the screen so you can see. This is when I first joined the Navy, and this is when Panda fell for me. Look at those ears.
There you
Oh,
go.
wow.
Yeah, I used to have ears.
Oh, yeah.
They used
Well,
to be
see,
big.
that's why Panda liked them. They're love handles.
We started dating, and then like 2 months after us dating, this is when I was like, "Yeah, I'm having these things fixed." By the way, and
I'd show you mine,
yeah.
but my phone's got the camera on
Panda
it.
says, I'm still bitter about your ears.
Yes, he is. But I used to be called Dumbo, so it was always like it was. Even when I was in the military, it was being called Dumbo, or when we're doing our biannual physical fitness test, they were like, "Oh, you could just glide through the air. You could catch the air and just let the air push you." It's like, okay, you're adults and you're acting like this, and it was just, it got to me, so I had to have them fixed.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. People are ridiculous and cruel. If they can't think of anything novel, they'll go after. Well, you know what? There's a great example. Great example. It was the movie Roxanne with Steve Martin and Daryl Hannah and Shelley Duvall. Do you know that one?
Olive oil.
Such a good movie. It was from the 1980s, and basically it was a contemporary version of Cyrano de Bergerac. And so Steve Martin, he had a really large nose. And so somebody made fun of him at the bar saying, "Hey, big nose, where are you going?" And he's like, "That's what you got. That's all you got. I have this, and that's all you got." So he went through, I want to say like 20 some odd better insults than what that guy had. It was great.
Nice.
It was really good. He listed all these things, like, all these different ways to insult, paranoid, keep that guy away from my cocaine, or, philosophical, putting your nose to the grindstone has a whole new meaning. Or it must be so nice to give the bird something to perch on. And he went through all of these really great, witty comebacks. But no, all that guy had was big nose. Now, great movie if you haven't seen it. Yes, it is very 1980s, but it was a really, really good movie. And if you haven't seen it, I would totally recommend it.
There's a lot from the 1980s I don't remember.
The drugs were good, huh?
They were.
I wish it was so. I just don't remember a lot of the 80s. The 90s, now that's a different story, because that's when everything got interesting. That's when I realized who I was.
Yeah.
The one rant, it's like my favorite rant is Steve Martin in Trains, Planes, and Automobiles.
Yes.
When he's at the rent-a-car counter and he's just like going off. That one is awesome.
Didn't see that one. But you know
With
what?
John
Another really good
Candy's in
one
it
with
with him.
Martin was Dirty Rotten Scoundrels with Michael Caine. That was a good one.
Oh, I missed
I hear
our live
crickets.
stream. I have my playlist for the week now.
Yeah, Dirty Rotten Scoundrels. No, that was a really, really good one. It was about con artists getting conned. You know, it was really, really, really good.
Well, and Panda's
Was
just
it?
saying, like, remember George Carlin had the best rants.
Oh yeah,
He would get canceled today if he was still around
yeah.
Oh
Right.
yeah.
in a
Yep.
heartbeat. Like the things he said back then. Oh man.
George
Oh, yeah.
Carlin,
Oh, yeah.
Richard Pryor, all of those guys.
Even early Eddie Murphy.
Well,
Yeah.
the thing about George Carlin is that I would say that he was brutally honest. He wasn't
Yes.
out to get anybody. He was just saying how it was, how he saw it, how it was. He
Yep.
didn't have anybody in the crosshairs. He wasn't targeting anybody, but he's like, you know what? If this is stupid or if it's ridiculous, I'm going to call it out. You know, he was very matter of fact. He wasn't insulting, I would say. He was just very, very matter of fact, you know? And, you know, feelings be damned. It was just like, no, he's going to call a spade a spade.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Yep.
it's like if somebody's doing the stupid, he's going to call out the stupid, you know?
Yes, exactly.
That's how I see it. I mean, he didn't mince words and he didn't tiptoe around people's feelings. You know, he just said, it's like, you know what? If this is how it is, this is how it is, you know?
Yep.
Me and Panda were just talking yesterday or the day before yesterday. We were talking about the little innuendos that when we were kids watching on even Hanna-Barbera cartoons, we didn't know. We thought they were funny, and then you see them as an adult, and you're like, "Oh my god, they were telling us this was kids."
Right.
Yep.
Oh my god.
Yeah, they called them cartoons, but they really weren't made for the kids.
Well, but that's
No.
how a lot of them are now, where the animated movies for kids now, they have tons of innuendo because they realize the parents have to bring the kids to the movies and they have to entertain the parents. Otherwise, the parents are going to be like, you know what, we're not going, you know?
Yep.
So like Toy Story, you know, Finding Nemo was a great example, you know? There was a lot of, you know, a little innuendo, a little adult humor in there. And that's why I think so many of those movies are successful because they catered to a broad spectrum of age, not just like, oh, this is for a 5-year-old and a 5-year-old's mentality, and that's it, you know?
Yeah, true.
Yep.
You know, but I mean, it's creatively smart, but it's also marketing and demographics. You know, they realize that's where the money is. Cater to a large audience. Otherwise, you're not going to have the numbers you want. It still works, though.
Shaggy the Stoner, I remember. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. And the Scooby Snacks. You know, actually, it's funny because one of my coworkers, you know, he's like, you yarn, right? I'm like, what? He's like, you yarn.
You yarn.
And I'm like, it's not a verb, it's a noun. He's like, you know, you do the thing with the yarn. And I'm like, you mean crocheting, knitting, spinning, weaving, sewing? He's like, yeah, you yarn. And like, he's like, you know, he was suggesting that I get my next tattoo on the underside of my neck. And I'm like, do you want me to get decapitated upon going home? Like, I'm not allowed to get anything past the neckline. And he's like, well, wear a turtleneck. You know, he's like, just wear a turtleneck. And I'm like, I'm not into auto asphyxiation. Thank you.
Well, not only that, think about the summers. You get the humidity where you live.
Yeah, we do.
It's
Yeah, it's so bad.
You know, at least where I live, it's dry heat.
With us, it's humid heat.
Yeah.
We get the humid heat. So he's like, yeah, wear a turtleneck. And I'm like, no. He's like, well, what about an ascot? And I'm like, do you want me to be even more gay than I already am?
It's okay,
it's like,
Brad. No.
Like, you know, what do I need? Like a bat signal beacon, you know, in the shape of a flaming rainbow? It's like, I don't need to wear an ascot, please. A cowl, maybe, but not an ascot.
But, you know, we grew up, anything above the neck is a job stopper. You know, in our generation, anything above the neck is a job stopper. Not nowadays. but that's just the way we were raised.
Right.
You know, anything above the neck, anything above a t-shirt or below a t-shirt line is a job stopper.
Anything on your hands, anything on your
Yeah.
face.
Not nowadays, though.
Yeah.
You know, it's
Well,
all
I
over
mean,
the place.
just for me, rule of thumb, nothing past the wrist, nothing past the neckline. Because if I can cover it with, like something like this,
I'll be right back.
it's fine.
But
Okie dokie.
that was
Because, I
us in the
mean,
military.
it's just like a little bit more. And like, yeah, you can see them. But if I wear long sleeves, it's fine. You
That was
know?
us in the military. If your uniform can't
Exactly.
cover it, you don't get it.
Yep.
I mean, like, I have a lot of coworkers. I mean, they've got them, on their hands or on their forearms, on the back of their necks. Nothing on the face. Not that I've noticed anyway. But no, it's very liberal in that way.
Mhm. I mean, views have changed on them, but like I said, when I joined the military in '96, it was if you get a tattoo, you do not get it to where you picture yourself wearing your summer uniform, which is the short sleeves stuff.
Hmm.
If it's visible, you don't get it. And so, like all my tattoos is on the back of my calf, my ankle. I have a tramp stamp, and then my chest.
We had to where we couldn't have it on our wrists in our dress uniform.
Mm.
But is that what you mean by an ascot?
Yep.
That was 1984.
Oh goodness.
That is very much an ascot.
Yeah.
Yep.
I don't have a picture of my ears, but it's all digitized at this point.
Right.
Yeah, Jen thinks that the Scooby Snacks might have been the early day edibles. Well, I mean, the magic
Right.
brownies. I mean, those have been around
Yep.
for ages.
Yeah, that's like Panda said earlier. He said, I
There's
was
my
today
ears.
years old when I realized Scooby Snacks were edibles.
Yeah.
Essentially, yeah.
Can you see the ears in that one?
And they were
Oh,
always
yeah.
hungry.
Okay.
That's not that bad.
Yep.
See, it's like
Well,
for
because of the
us,
hair.
us big-eared people, the like when I was fat, they didn't stand out well. But when I got skinny is when they made themselves known.
Right. That's back when I
Oh,
had a
yeah.
28-inch waist.
Mhm.
Yeah, like when I met Panda, I weighed 175 and I ran 10 miles 3 times a week. That's when I had
those days
when
are
I had
over.
knees. Oh gosh, yes. Those days are way over. I mean, I got 2 metal knees and I'm not running nowhere.
Mhm.
Oh, Tara, here's some birds for you.
Oh, there we
Aw.
go. That is
Aw.
a scarlet macaw.
Yeah, macaw and I think that's an Amazon right there.
Yeah,
not
it looks
sure.
like I think it's that's a red lurid Amazon.
All right, I'm done with the pictures.
Our resident bird lady, she knows everything. You were at Petco for how many years?
25.
Oof.
My the only thing my gray would say was come here, as he heard me talking to the dogs.
Yeah, my African gray, I stopped counting his words after like 350.
Oh wow.
He knows exactly what he's saying when he says it. He's got a colorful language.
Well, you taught it to him.
Well, maybe. From what I understand, when I got him, he was an adoption, and he spent a year at a frat house. So,
Oh, well,
no.
then there you go.
yeah, Mookie says a lot of interesting things. It's like one day he's making this noise, and I couldn't figure out what it is. And my son comes out, he's like, Mom, when was somebody smoking a water bong with the bird? And I'm like, that's what it is. Yeah, he makes all kinds of really weird noises.
Well, I just keep thinking, like 3 in the morning, I hear him saying, beer pong in the den, beer pong in the den, beer pong.
Well, he keeps it interesting. You never know what he's gonna say when like the wrong person's on the phone. It's
Oh, I can
yeah.
imagine.
Yeah.
Actually, there was a case. It was a police body cam footage where the neighbors were concerned about the house because they heard a woman screaming inside of this guy's house, and the
I
cops
remember that.
came. They
Yeah.
showed up, and this guy came out, and the cops are like, "Yeah, you have a woman inside screaming." He's like, "I'll be right back." So he goes
Yep.
inside, brings out this parrot who's screaming like a woman.
Oh
It sounded exactly like a woman, and the cops are like, "Have a good day, sir. Goodbye."
yeah. Yeah, that's like when I lived in New Hampshire, I had some neighbors move in across the street and I had to warn them because I had a blue and gold macaw. And his name was Ducky. And Ducky would scream help at the top of his lungs. And all of my neighbors knew if you hear somebody screaming for help, just ignore it. It's the bird. You'll be fine. But yeah, they're fun. They keep things interesting.
Mhm.
I see. I'm the type I can't have any noise when I'm sleeping, and unless it's white noise of a fan,
Yep.
a bird. Oh no, 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 no.
Yeah, no, they're good. At night when I shut the lights off, they go to sleep and until I
I
get
don't.
up in the
I
morning.
sleep when it's daylight.
Oh yeah, you'd be screwed then. It would not work out well for you. So you're like
No.
Craig and you're up at weird hours.
Well, that and I do
I
use
mean,
it's
I go
called
live at 3 in the
Headspace.
morning, 6 in the morning. You know.
Right.
Headspace is a really great app. Hashtag not sponsored. But yeah, Headspace I really, really love because there are a couple of what they call like soundscapes for
Yep.
helping you get to sleep. One of them it's falling snow. The other one is cabin downpour. And I listen to the sound of the rain falling or the snow falling and the wind. Love it.
Yep.
See, that makes me want to get up and go pee.
I can't help it. I
I can't
can't
have
help it.
light. Like I literally can't have any light, and I can't have any noise. And like, except for me and Panda when we first met back in the Navy, in what year was that? 2001. And we slept on a twin bed together
Yep.
in my barracks room, and we had a fan. That was our white noise. We fell asleep to that.
Yep.
25 years later, we still have a fan that we have to fall asleep by.
Whatever
So we have
works.
that white noise. If that goes off, I'm wide awake.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm the same
That's
way
the
with
only noise I can have.
the Headspace. I mean, I think it's less than 100. I want to say it's like maybe like 70 something dollars per year for the subscription, and they have it like also like guided meditations as well, which I don't really use so much. One of them though, I would recommend. It's called I think it's called Rain Day Antiques, and the guy's voice, he's like Richard Attenborough. And he's like, picture yourself, walking down a rainy street at night, and then, oh, there's an antique store. And you go into the antique store, and there's a guy sitting behind the counter, with his dog, and you go around the antique store looking at the various things. And the guy, he's just got the most calming voice, and it's just so nice to listen to him. I would recommend it. Rain Day Antiques on
And that's
Headspace.
because I've tried music. Literally, I start singing the song in my head. There's no
Yep.
sleep there.
Yep.
Or if I'm listening to a book or at the TV, like Panda can fall asleep in anything. The TV going loud, he can fall asleep. I can't. I'm like, you start hearing, you pay attention. I start paying attention to the TV. Oh, what's going on over there? I wake up and start watching the show.
So
Yep.
I just have this.
No.
I have this image of you in your sleep, Pat Benatar singing "Love Is a Battlefield," and you go like, "Love is a battlefield. We are
I'm also
strong."
the type that when my head hits that pillow, it takes an hour and a half to 2 hours for me to fall asleep.
Mm.
Because I can't shut my brain off.
Yeah, mine too.
And that's where a lot of my creations come from too.
Me too. That's why we get along so well, because we are, brothers from a different mother. We are very similar that way.
But Panda, once his head hits that pillow, he's snoring.
True to form.
Nope, I wish.
And Howie, those pictures from the 80s
Uh-oh.
Oh,
Oh,
my.
Oh,
Oh
love
my
it.
no.
gosh.
Love
Oh,
it.
no. Oh,
Awesome.
I'm dying on the inside.
Right?
Oh,
Awesome.
oh,
All right, I got to find another one then for you.
oh, it's little one-upsmanship going on here, a little friendly competition.
No, from the 80s. Oh,
I have lots of those pictures, and there's a reason they're all still in a box in my basement. Those
There's
do
a
not
reason why
go.
I delete. There's a reason why I never kept them.
Yep. Oh, there you go.
So were you trying to emulate Huey Lewis in the News, or?
Yes, there we go.
That was way before that.
Yep.
Oh, dear. Hello, Miriam.
Miriam, I just found you. I'm in the UK. Yes, you should be asleep, Miriam. Why aren't you sleeping?
Because we're having too much fun here.
Right?
I did
Well,
find an old phone, Tara.
Matt,
Say UK,
Very-
it's what, 2:55 over in London right now. It's a little early for you.
That's for Tara.
Oh, African Gray.
Matt, Barbara said, Matt, what happened? Your hair slipped down to your cheeks and your chin.
it migrated.
Yes,
I
it
can't
did.
see. I can't talk. Mine
Well,
neither
didn't
can
migrate
I.
nowhere. Mine,
You know, I mean-
mine just up and left.
Well, see, I've got my little beacon in the back. You know, shine a light. You know,
Nope.
light up a whole night sky.
Your hair slipped down to your cheeks.
See, I can't even grow a beard or mustache. Barely can grow a goatee. So my hair didn't
Yeah,
move,
I
migrate
can't
nowhere. It
grow
just up
that.
and left. It just up and left. It said, bye, bitch. Bye.
Oh, you got the
We're
scruffy
tired of your
scruffies.
crap. We're leaving.
Actually, I got to trim this. It's getting a little scraggly.
Mm.
You know, I don't plan on getting rid of all of it. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Oh, military picture.
There we go.
Oh, wow.
Those ears.
Well, they were standing up to salute.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, all the other military pictures I have are hanging in the living
Okay.
room.
Here you go.
Because that was still before cell phones.
Oh,
So dapper. Complete
That's the
with
80s
mullet.
for you.
is he a redhead?
What's that?
It
I said
looks like
so
he's
dapper, complete with mullet.
Yep. All right, I'm done again.
Uh-oh.
Yeah,
Wait,
the 80s. The 80s
hold
were
it up
something.
closer, dude. Oh, man.
Awesome.
Is that Camaro?
Gee.
Firebird.
Firebird. Nice.
Naturally.
Awesome. I had a Mustang.
Countdown. That's what it was.
Nope.
It's the final countdown.
Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun.
So, some decent
I had
progress
a-
this evening. I just got to keep going with it, though.
Oh, I love
I
the
had a
colors
s-
of that, Craig.
I
That
am
yarn's
loving this
gorgeous.
yarn. Yes,
That's
I am loving
beautiful.
this. So, all right, I think I'm about to turn into a pumpkin, you know, and I want to get those cookies made before I do. But listen, everybody, I want to. Oh, look at you!
Wow, look at Bob.
Oh,
This is a family-friendly show. What are you
Ooh la la.
doing? Oh my!
I got clothes on.
Right?
Partially.
challenger.
My goodness. Oh,
Right?
Sorry.
behave. Behave.
Okay, you
Um,
win.
My face is red. Sorry.
That was all good.
Oh,
So
I give up. You win.
Your face is
I
red too.
was saying, I think we're gonna wrap it up. Oh my, did curveball at the last minute. Anyway,
Oh my gosh.
so listen, everybody, I want to thank you all for joining us. My panel, thank you, each and every one of you. Really appreciate you coming on tonight very, very much. And all of you guys out there in YouTube land, thank you very, very much for joining us today. I hope you liked the stream. It was sort of like
It was a
impromptu,
blast.
last minute, just having a nice chill evening,
Yeah.
And everybody, you guys know what to do until next time, right? Everybody, stay inspired, stay caffeinated, stay stitching, stay safe, take care of yourselves and each other. Love you guys. Catch you guys in the next video. Bye,
Bye.
everybody, and
Bye,
thank
Yeah,
everybody.
everyone.
you.